how you doing? Getting everything set up here. I'll zoom in when I start showing stuff. Just wanted to get everything lined up. Hi, Juanita. How you doing? How is your garden growing? How's your garden doing? All right. Let's see. Let's move that over there. This. Okay. Hi, Riri, Karen, Tina. I need to tilt my. There we go. Tilt my monitor a little. That's so funny. I just bought some black wing. My daughter brought me these that she got. I guess she got them at this stationery shop in somewhere out in LA, I guess. Let's see. They are in, Valencia. So, yeah, she brought me a box of them. I already gave a couple of them to Cam, and I gave one to Logan. So, but yeah. So let's see. Molly, Kayla, Pamela, Rachel, Debbie. Who else am I missing? I said I had Karen. So, yeah, I got Happy Mail books, Happy Mail coloring pads. I got posters from Annie. Got some books from an anonymous person. Well, I know who they are, but they said, don't say who sent them to you. You can just show them. So, yes, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show them. Show my books. Let me get my bracelets fixed here. There we go. And yeah. Let's see. Yeah, Juanita. Let's see. Elsie. Oh, welcome, Elsie from Holland. Let's see. Maseki. Maseki's in the Netherlands too, Elsie. Maseki, Elsie is from, she just said she's new here from Holland. Hi, Arlene. How you doing? Little Miss Gadabout, Arlene. Patty O. I think I need to turn this down a little. There we go. Diana, Susie girl. Juanita says the garden is slow, but I have eggplant, tomatoes, jalapenos, candy cane, peppers, and oh yeah, I see what you're doing. You're making things with the figs every 5 seconds. Juanita. Good morning, Julie. I think Pacola's got an appointment this morning, so I don't know if she'll drop in after a while or what. So, keep her boots on, Julie. Just kidding. We don't really have too many problems here. Let's see. Linda Patrick, Annie T, Kalura Becky. Let's see. Who else? See if I'm missing people. Probably am. If I miss you, I'm not meaning to. So yeah, I got books to show, some posters, some Happy Mail. Then I just thought, because I was also sent a bunch of new napkins, we might work in my new paper and napkin journal. This one, I think we might work back in this one again. And I might do a napkin giveaway with some of these. Got them on. Okay, Julie. Oh my goodness. So Annie and Logan left this morning. Hubster took him to the airport about, I don't know, we got up at 4:30. I think they left about 5. Something like that. They left at 5. So she's already on the way back to LA. So Thursday I cleaned. Friday they got here and we went to the lake. Saturday we went to my sister-in-law's house to see a lot of the cousins and stuff because Annie hasn't seen them in forever. And Logan, of course, Hasn't seen him in forever. And then yesterday was a memorial service, and we got up this morning and she left. So it's been like 4 days nonstop. So let's see, I'm on some group text. Let me just make sure here. Yeah, okay. I might have to take my Hubster's talking to the sister-in-laws. I might have to take the phone out of here because it'll be dinging. So you like Napkin Journal Day, Riri? Well, because I got all those new napkins, I thought we would, do something with them today. Hey there, little girl. My little princess. Hi, Beth. Let's see who else. Hi, Janet. I was just saying we've had such a busy, well, this will be Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Today's Monday. So like 5 days nonstop. So Annie and Logan are flying back. They're in the air now. And hi, Tina. Good to see you. Good to see you. So the cats really loved Logan, and Logan loved them. He said they were like little clouds. They are. They're like little clouds. That's what Logan said. So anyway, little clouds. It was fun, but it was hectic. We just were like in that car and going places for 3 solid days. Like I was telling everybody, Janet, Thursday I cleaned and got ready and went to the grocery store, got food ready. Friday they were here. Friday, then after they got here, we went to the lake. Then we came back, got up the next day, went to Nancy's, and where all the cousins and everything were that Annie and Logan hadn't seen forever. So went to Nancy's on Saturday. Yesterday was the service, and of course, seeing all more people there. And then she left. This morning she got on the plane. Well, Hubster took her at 5 o'clock this morning. Left this morning at 5 o'clock to get her to the airport, and now she's in the air now. So, yes, I know. That isn't it a good description? They're little clouds. But he really liked them, and they liked him. So, let's see. I know I'm probably missing people coming in. Sylvie and Anne. Anybody else coming in I missed? So yeah, they brought me some stuff, and then I got some Happy Mail books from someone that said, "Oh, don't say who sent them." But so I'm gonna just show them and show the books. And then, like I said, that person also sent a bunch of new napkins. So we're gonna do some napkin journaling, in the this book here. Oh, look, come back here, napkins. They want to slide off the table. In our paper and napkin book that I've been working in, this one. So we'll probably do some in that. And then if anybody has any, requests, they want to do something, just let me know. So, yeah. So if y'all are new here or watching a recording, my name's Dee Dee. I stream every Monday and Wednesday at 9 a.m. Eastern, but I usually come on about 8:30 to say hi, good morning, how you doing, hello, howdy to everybody. And we do a little bit of everything here. We draw, we paint, we color, we collage, we do altered books and abandoned books and drawing on the art scroll and a little bit of everything. So, yeah. Let's see, who else? Let's see, Kilburns, Tina, who'd I miss? Tina. I think with your couple of tries there, Tina, you got everybody. And Pacola's either not going to be here or she'll be here late if she gets here because she has an appointment this morning. So just FYI. Let's see what else. Mary Perry. That's so. Is it Mary Peary? That's cute, Mary Perry. Let's see. I'm scrolling to see if I missed people. I'm sure I've missed some people. I'm not meaning to. Not meaning to anyone. And so, yeah, I hope everybody had a good weekend. Did anybody do anything fun, creative, enjoyable? Hi, Hedgie. Let's see. Rebecca said hi to Anne. So yeah, Annie brought me a couple things. I'll go ahead and show y'all. She brought me a box of Blackwing pencils, which she got at the Palm Papery Stationery and Gifts out in Valencia. So she got me this box. I already gave a couple of them to Cameron and Logan. So but yeah, so she sent me or brought me some Blackwing matte pencils. I like them because of the I like this. I like the eraser, the black eraser with the kind of smashed looking eraser holder. So yeah, so she brought me some Blackwing pencils. I won't well, I might leave them in the box because I think the box is kind of cool. So yeah, Blackwing matte. And let's see, what does it say here? Gosh, it's tiny. Let me see. Let me get my magnifying glass. Blackwing pencils were used by award-winning creators throughout the 20th century. Despite a cult following, they fell victim to cost-cutting measures in the 1990s and were discontinued, but not forgotten. Analog-minded devotees began paying as much as $40 for a single pencil. We acquired the brand in 2010 and brought Blackwing back for a growing culture of artists, musicians, and everyday people looking to unplug and live mindfully. Crafted with California incense cedar and Japanese graphite. That's what it says on the box. So yeah, so she brought me a box of those in this little, I love the envelope. So this will have to go in one of my journals as a tip in. So she sent me that. What is it, babies? Just so sweeties. My little clouds. That's what Logan called them. They're like clouds. Let's see. Hi, Dawn. Anybody else? Okay, so let's see. So I got from somebody who said, don't say who sent it to you, but I'm going to show these books that I got and a stack of napkins, a big stack. So a big stack of napkins, and go through these, pick out some to do in our journal today, and then I'll probably do a napkin giveaway. Okay, I'll show that in a minute. Then Vonnie sent me these. She said that she thought these might be good to throw in Happy Mail whenever I do Happy Mail, or, when I do the, get back to doing prints, monthly prints or anything. She thought these might be good to toss in as Happy Mail. So I thought this was really nice of her to do that. So thanks, Vonnie. So we can, these are the Arteza or Arteza, however you want to say it. There's 72 coloring pages in each one. And so, yeah, thank you, Vonnie. This is nice. So we can share these out with Happy Mail. So there's that one. And this one is called, does it have a name? It just says Unique Floral Illustrations on this one, and this one is Unique Mandala or Mandela, however you want to say it, pages in this one. And so these kind of things are good to color with fine liners or gel pens because they're tiny, right? They're tiny. So I said, yeah, I know, right, Julie? And so yeah. So she thanks Bonnie for sending these. These arrived yesterday, and yeah, they were on my porch when we got home. So we'll use those to throw in Happy Mail. Let's see what else. And then Annie brought me a couple pieces of paper here from the, I'm sure it's from the same store, from this palm papery. And so, and they're that rice paper feel, you know, that textury feel. So this one is Surfers. Isn't that cool? And they're big. I mean, they're poster sized pieces of paper, right? You know, you can get stuff like this at Blick and other art supply stores. When you go in person, they have racks of them. Some bookstores have these racks of papers like this. So I thought this was so cute. The different surfboard. So there's that one. And then look, the mariachi. Is that, I think I'm saying it right, the mariachi band. Look at this. So, and again, it's that textury, cottony feel paper. So I just thought that was so it was nice of her. She sent me those two, or brought me. She brought them to me in her suitcase, and then it's got some big tissue papers in between. And then Hubster had bought me this last time he was out there, but he only travels with a carry-on bag, so he didn't have a suitcase to bring it back in. Anybody want to guess what this is? Who wants to try to guess what this poster is that Hubster got me a while back? Anyone? Anyone want to guess? Yeah, Janet, we'll put mariachis in space. Yeah, that's good. Good, Janet. And so so anybody want to guess what Becky Oh, so he brought me back a Sean Cott. Well, he bought it for me last time he was out in California, but he didn't want to, mash it in his carry-on bag. So Annie brought it out when she came out. So I'm going to hang him up on the door over here. Yes, it got me, Sean. Good one. There's Becky guessed it right off. So that was nice of Annie to bring those to me, and buy that for me, and some black wing pencils. So let's go ahead and zoom in one here, and maybe might do. Let's see. Let's move that ring light a little because it's going to put a glare there. Maybe we just need to move over. So. Yes. Back when he was 007. But to be honest, I loved him, and I loved him as James Bond, but I loved him in The Hunt for Red October. He was hot in the Hunt for Red October. That to me was when he looked the best. I don't know if I can have a picture. Let me look on the phone. Oh, let's see. Hang on. Let's see. Sean Connery. Hunt for Red October. Hi, Miss Pudwina. Let's see. Scare herself with this poster. Yeah. Let's see. No, that's not. Let's go back one. Well, it went away. What happened? What did I do? Let's I don't know what I do here. Come back. Hang on. My phone froze on it or something. There we go. Well, it's wanting to send me to eBay, and I don't want to go to eBay. Hang on. October. That's what it was. I clicked on the picture, and it sent me over to eBay to buy the poster. I didn't want to buy it. Let me just go to images. Let's see if I can find a good one here. Well, there, you can kind of see it there. So yeah, he looked good in Hunt for Red October. And then here's one. Here's another one. So anyway, yeah. So, but he got me the one from when he was James Bond. So let's see. Janet. Here's Dee Dee's phone. You've exceeded your allotment of Sean Connery. Try again later. Janet. Thanks, Tina. Okay, so let me go ahead and show you the books that I was sent. And as you know, Janet and I have this one. I'll have to figure out how to do a giveaway for this because Janet and I both have this and did this together. This is a Nick Bantock, A Dubious Documents. It's a puzzle. And there's like, I think 12 or 14 clues. I can gladly show you out of this one because mine has notes. Like Janet tried to show hers last week. I tried to show her a copy of it, and she had all her notes in there. Her Post-it notes were all in there, like mine were. And so it's hard to show our books because we have all our notes in there. But it's a puzzle. It's really fun, and it's more fun if you do it with somebody. So Janet and I did this together, and it's all like stitched in there. And any of y'all know Nick Bantock? He's the creator of Griffin and Sabine series, plus other books. But anyway, if you find someone to work this with you, it is so fun. It is so fun to do. So let me just read what it says here on the back. Dear reader, you hold in your hands a folio containing 16 illuminated envelopes. I got 16. I couldn't remember if it was 12. Each containing an illustrated document. Within, you will find a riddle. Diligently examine the artifacts inside this enigmatic anthropology of blurred time and place and decode the message that was passed down by a 15th century ancestor of mine. Crack the conundrum and you will find an answer that may well change your thinking for a long time to come. And so anyway, it's got, like, let me show you here. Every little envelope here has a poster. And on the poster, it's the double-sided poster. And there's all kinds of clues. There's a written list of clues. Oh, thank you, Tina. There's a written list of clues in the book that you have to find on these posters or the envelopes. The clues could be, the clues could be on the posters or on the envelopes. And there's a different clue for each envelope and poster. So you follow the clues and you have to decipher the different ones. And like they just said, there's 16 different ones in here. And it's just so fun, isn't it, Janet? Let me just pull out another one to show you. They're so fun to try to figure out. Janet and I did it in about, I don't know, I thought we did it in 2 days. Maybe I think it was 3 days, something like that. 2 or 3 days we worked it out over the phone. Hi, Mama 4. So it's really fun. And again, I would recommend it to anybody that likes puzzles or, collage or Nick Bantock for that matter. So like there's 16 of them and the answers are not, I don't think the answer is, no, it wasn't. The answer's not in here. I think you can go online and find it. And Janet and I solved it up to one word that we weren't quite sure of, one word in the answer. But yeah, we got it close enough for us. All right, I got to take my phone out of here, guys, because it's not going to stop dinging. They're going to keep talking to each other all day. What is it, little girl? Little cloud? You're bringing me toys? Well, you want to come up here? Come on. Come on. Come on. There you go. Come up here, my little cloud. We were going to do one a day. Oh, yeah, that's right, Janet. We were going to do one clue a day. But after we'd solved one, we go, let's do another one. Let's do another one. So we did it in a couple of days. Yeah. All right, don't get in the courts now, baby. So yeah, but it was really fun. So we'll have to figure out a way to do a giveaway for this because I wanted to go to someone that's actually going to work it, someone that's really going to do it. So we'll figure that out. So there's that, and then a couple other Nick Van Talk books. This one's called Urgent Sec. Okay, baby. Okay, stay away from the cords. Urgent Second Class. This is one on creating curious collage, dubious documents, and other art from ephemera. And again, Nick Van Talk. And so it's how he how he makes his own faux ephemera, and it's just really really good and fascinating and idea generating on collecting and making your own. What? You just want me to pet you? All right, I'll pet you for a minute. This one's Malibu, Julie. This is Malibu. This is a baby girl. It's a baby girl. You want to look up? Let's just pet her little face. But it was so cute. Logan was calling them clouds. They're like little clouds. But they really liked him. And of course, he's pet, 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 pet. So they love that. Oh, thanks. Tina's finding the books here. And so the links that that I'm posting here, they are direct links in the chat. So if you watch this later, make sure you check the chat. And when you watch the chat or the show, back later, make sure you click live chat because you want one of those napkins to play with. Okay. Um, when you click live chat, you'll see all the chat, but it defaults to top chat. So if you do want to see all the chat, whether you're here live or if you watch the recording, you have to click live chat or you will not see all the chat. And that's true of everybody's streams. You got to click live chat. Let's see. Julie G, Darlene. I'm sure I'm missing people. So again, if you look, are you comfortable, little girl? Are you comfortable? So if you like making or oh, and look, speaking of stamps, here's making faux stamps. Janet has got and she'll probably talk about it on her show today. I don't know what she's planning on doing today, but she'll probably talk about she's doing a create your own postage stamp swap. And you can make them any size from an ATC size down to a regular size stamp. And she's doing a faux postage stamp swap on her channel. Let me click on her here. There's Janet. That's her name on YouTube as well. So, and Janet streams at 1 Eastern. So, but she's doing a faux postage stamp swap. And yeah, they're little beans, Tina. They're little paw beans. So here's some of the different ones here, faux postage. But again, this is just really, really, you know what I should do with it? Well, I'll talk to Janet about it later. I don't want to hop into her thing and, I'll talk to her later. But anyway, so you are invited to take an art class with a master of aesthetic curiosity, Nick Bantock. Urgent Second Class is an inspirational handbook for making art by embellishing and tampering with old documents, maps, postcards, scraps, envelopes, and other ephemera. Written in Bantock's intimate prose and featuring numerous visual samples, Urgent Second Class shows how to alchemically transform the unexpected into your own idiosyncratic art. Oh, it's too early to be reading. I don't mean that. Okay, so, all right, so now let me get the napkin off the floor. Okay. Then this is his biography and the Artful Dodger, and this book is awesome, and it's his biography. So it talks about how he started getting into art, and he used to do years ago, I think his first professional jobs were illustrating book covers. Book covers. So let's see, maybe I should zoom in a little bit more here. Let's see. There we go. Let's see. I know I'm probably missing people coming in. Thanks everybody for being here. So it's just his biography, how he got started, and illustrating book covers. See, book covers and illustrations. So this is his earliest work here. See. And then, of course, he got into the Griffin and Sabine, the collaging, and documents, faux documents, stamps, all this. Was reading the names. It's like reading the names of the Old Testament. I think I could probably read the names in the Old Testament better. Rachel. Anyway, this is some of his work here and his biography. Now, he since has come out with other books since this was written. This came out in 2000, and he's written a few other books since this, the last 20 years, like the Dubious Documents and the game one and some other, the Curiosity one with prompts in it. He's written some other ones since his biography. But anyway, I just thought I'd flip through this just so if you like Nick Bantock collage or just collage or a faux ephemera, any of that, I would so recommend this book. Nick Bantock, The Artful Dodger. Okay. So that's what that was. And the ISBN is 08118-27526. I'm not sure if it comes in a soft cover now, but the hardcover is like $40. Yeah, it's like $40 in hardcover. I don't know what it is now. Maybe you can get it on Thrift Books. And again, it may come in. Tina found it on Amazon. You may be able to find it on Thrift Books. I'm not sure. So again, thank you, the person that sent this, who wants to remain anonymous. Okay, then this one I have had and I have it in hardback. I have this in hardback. When it first came out, and the hardback came with a little booklet. I'm not sure when let me see if it has the date of both. I've shown it some over the years. Let's see. This copy, the hardcover copy came out in 1986. I think this one came out in 1992. So what it is, and I followed him, Mike Wilkes. I followed him on Facebook, but I don't know if he's really, active on there. But I followed him some years ago. But this is called The Ultimate Alphabet. And back in like 1986, it came with a little booklet, and I still have my little booklet with the hardback copy of all the things. I think there's 1,000, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember. I should have pulled the little book out. But it comes with 1,000 things. And it talks about here, and I've read this before. Maybe I'll read it again just because it is kind of interesting how and this all painted pieces, and each alphabet has different, there's a clue. I think the person left their clues in here. I'll take that out. I don't know if they had a page. I didn't flip through it. Okay. So every page has like this one. All right, let's look at B. So B has 542 things. 540. Okay, so Tina found it. It's for paper only is what she found. $2 or less. Oh, that would be awesome. And yeah, Julie says she has it in the Grands love it. I know, because it's so cool. So like the B has 542. Now there are a little bit of nudity, like, not bad, but I mean, there's a little statues, and stuff like that. C has 436 things. So there's like 436 things on here that start with the letter C. And some are tiny. I mean, there's some tiny, tiny things. But oh, it is hardcover too. Okay, thanks, Tina. Thank you. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and read a little bit of this just because it's kind of interesting. And we'll see. I might skip over some. We'll see how technical it gets. I might floor it a little bit. Looking is not the same as seeing. We are all proficient at looking, but very poor at seeing. Much of an artist's training is concerned with learning to see, or more correctly, with relearning to see. Children have this ability from a very young age, but inevitably, the modern environment, the education system, and the modes of communication that it utilizes soon reduce this priceless faculty to the level of merely being able to look at things. Some rare people retain this natural ability, but most of us have it educated out of us from the time from school onward. It is only through diligent training and after many years of perseverance that the potential artist is able to see once more. And speaking of seeing, if you've never read Drawing on the Right Side of the Brain, Betty Edwards, that's one of the best books on teaching you how to see. Okay. And if you all talk to me, put it in caps. So I know you're talking to me. Put it in caps. Okay. People who study such things calculate that the average person in an art gallery will spend 6 seconds in front of each picture. And from my own observations, I am sure that this is true. Just 6 seconds. If we merely look at a painting, then I am surprised that it will hold our attention for this long. But if we see it, we might be able to be lost in it forever. This, then, the act of seeing, is what this book is all about. For the last 4 years, I have been, and remember, this first came out in 1986. I think that's what I said. For the last 4 years, I've been on a journey. The place that I visit is not to be found in any atlas, but it has proved to be unendingly fascinating and full of wonders, many of which were new to me and many which I delighted in rediscovering. This place is devoid of mountains, of valleys, deserts, and lakes. It is not divided by tropics and meridians, and no oceans lap at its shore. Yet we have each come to know the contours of this land in more intimate detail than the street outside our own front door. It is a continent which has been inhabited for centuries and within whose well-defined borders can be found the whole universe. My journey had 26 stops on the way where I paused to make a painting and tried to capture on canvas some of the spectacles that I found there. The name of this place is in the English language, and its pages that follow are to be found the pictures that I brought back with me from the grand tour. I hope that as you study these paintings and retrace my just retrace his steps, you will experience for yourself the pleasures of my visit and become as enriched by the journey as I know I have been. The paintings that you will find reproduced in the pages of this book are the result of an idea that occurred to me. Let me get a sip of juice, guys. The paintings that you will find reproduced in the pages of this book are the result of an idea that occurred to me several years ago. My original concept was to create a set of pictures, one for each letter of the alphabet, and to attempt to include in them images of everything known. I pursued this idea, and my research indicated that even if I were to compromise over things such as the inclusion of every single variety of insect, and make the canvases at least 40 square feet, it would still, with luck, take me 20 years to complete the task. This book, as it now appears, is a scaled-down version of that original idea that was completed in 4 years, almost to the day. It contains 8,050 items. Although anyone with expertise in any particular subject will certainly be able to identify more in these images than I have intentionally included. In creating each of these works, my first task was to compile a list of works for possible inclusion in the pictures and then to ascertain just what each one looked like. This might take up to 3 weeks. Next, I produced a small, rough pencil sketch to work out the composition, one of which is shown here and is the seed from which the painting showed on the opposite page grew. So there's his sketch, and then here is a step by step of what he did for one of the paintings. In creating each of these works, my first task, I already did that. Yeah. The next stage was to produce a plethora of accurate but very basic drawings on flimsy paper to the final size of the individual elements that would be incorporated in the painting. These were done from as many sources of reference that I could find, so as to make the image as typical of the object depicted as possible. These drawings, often little more than outlines, would later be traced onto the canvas, where as much as 90% of the work took place. This procedure would be repeated at intervals during the creation of the picture. I then prepared a canvas with 6 coats of gesso, carefully sandpapering each coat smooth in between applications. All the paintings were made with acrylic colors, and I utilized a technique that would have been familiar to painters in the Renaissance more than 400 years ago. And then he gives a simplified example of the process. Let me see how long this is. Well, are y'all still interested, or have I lost y'all? I'll keep reading it if y'all think it's interesting. I would start with the underpainting and slowly build up and monochrome the form and shading of each image in this way. I used a warm neutral tone mixed with burnt umber and deep purple for an underpainting of warm colors, and a cool neutral of burnt umber and ultramarine for cool colors. Then with a sable brush, I would begin applying the transparent glazes of the final color, each glaze being modified and carefully modulated as I progressed. There might be as many as 20 or more such layers in any small area of the painting, with the underpainting showing through. And here's another thing here of his color layering process. I'm telling you, the whole thing is just fascinating. Well, this is continuously talking about the stages of the paintings. I think so some of the original, let's see, he had the sizes here. Some were 30 by 40, some were 30 by 20 inches. And then, so let me just read you, like, for instance, in the A, just to give y'all an idea. I have painted 361 things beginning with the letter A in this picture. Try and spot the amputee, athlete, although not animate, an abbey, an apricot, an atlas, naming the oceans and continents that you find there, an artilleryman and his ammunition, an aardvark. So he names a few of the things. He obviously does not name 361, but in the little booklet, they are all named, and you check them off. So back in 1986, 87, whenever the contest was run, you had to complete it, and I forget what all the requirements were, because you had to mail it in. It wasn't online back then. Now, they may have reintroduced it online at some point. I don't know, because I haven't gone back to look for that. But you can see how tiny some things are. Let me see if I can even bring up so you can see how tiny some things are here. Of course, you can get out your phone and use your phone magnifier. It's better than that little thing there. I just have that handy. So anyway, it's the whole alphabet, and it's just a fascinating, beautiful book, and it's very thought-provoking. It makes you think. It makes you look. It makes you dig. It makes you really think. So anyway, it's called The Ultimate Alphabet. Mike Wilkes. And the ISBN on this issue was 08050251162. And it might be, available in the hardback edition. Tina said she posted the link. So yeah. So now when you buy this, I don't know that you'll get the little booklet with it. I don't know that that's guaranteed. And they may have reproduced the book and not the little booklet. So it came with a little booklet that was quite thick, with the listing everything in it. So I don't know about that. All right. So thank you to the person that sent it. Then the last thing, I'm thinking this was for Hubster, because Hubster said, "Oh, I got to read." Of course, we've been busy. Like I said, Annie came in Friday. We went to the lake. We went to the cousin's house on Saturday. We had the service, his brother's service yesterday. And then Annie left at 5 o'clock this morning. So he hasn't had time to really look at it yet. So, but I'm pretty sure that he sent this to Hubster loves, anything Hollywood, anything, vintage Hollywood. So anyway, it's Noel Coward, and this book here is also comes in the sleeve like this, and this is another one. Let me back out one. So I wanted to see it, but it has all kinds of inclusions in it as well. Tina, the guy really put a lot of thought into the paintings. I know, right? And I know he was on, like I said, he was on Facebook a few years back, but I don't think he's one that posts very often. So I don't ever see, it doesn't ever come up in my feed. You'd have to really go look for him. But so I don't know what he's been doing lately or what. So the guy that did the alphabet book, yeah. Ray asked how many Q and Z items. Let me look. Q and O P Q. Q has 309, and Z has. All right, he goes on Z. There's only 57. 57. But remember, all total, there's 8,000 and some. Okay, so anyway, on this book, it has all kinds of, like, here's a poster here. There's a poster back in the front here. There's all kinds of inclusions in this book. It's just really cool. So I want to look at it as well, but Hubster will actually read it. He'll read about it. So I thought this was just fascinating. Then there's all kinds of, like, little, history, and different kinds of information, a copy of his birth certificate and all this kind of stuff. So, but it's got all these little inclusion envelopes in here. So I thought it was really awesome. And, if you like old Hollywood and look at this, see, look, different theaters and music. So it's all about him and the theater and Hollywood, and yeah. So it's just really cool that there's so much inclusions in this book. So Hubster will probably read that, and I'll want to look at all the inclusions just because I think that's cool. So I thought that was really nice. So thank you to the person that sent it who wants to remain anonymous. So, and if y'all missed it earlier, Vonnie sent 2 Arteza coloring book pages to send out in Happy Mail. So, they're easily torn out and sent. So I used to do this with some of the other small color books. I'd tear out 2 or 3 and put in Happy Mail whenever I'd mail out something. So there's the mandala one. And then there's the floral one. So thanks again, Vonnie, for sharing with the fibs. So they're just easy to tear out and send out because they're tiny. Now, you have to like to color tiny, either with gel pens or fine liners. So thank you, Vonnie. Let's see. And I'll show the posters. And here comes the cats again. What is it? You're just so needy this morning, aren't you, baby girl? Huh? Are you looking for Logan? Are you looking for Logan, you little cloud? That's what Logan called them, clouds. Okay, so now that same person that sent the book sent a bunch of napkins. So I thought this would be a good time to work in the new napkin journal. This is not the old one. Oh, baby. All right, I'll pet you for a minute. She's needy. I think she misses Logan. Yeah, Tina. She thought I cleared a space just for her. Right. Oh my goodness. So anyway, I'll show this. This is the book that I work in that has the stamper, is it Stamperia? The papers that I get from Zandra's shop and some napkins. So I have the rice papers in here and napkins in here to do this little journal. So so these rice papers here at the beginning, and then when I ran out of the rice papers, then I started putting in the I started using the decorative napkins. What is it, baby girl? So you can see I still have a long way to go to finish this book. A long way to finish journaling in this one. But I have tons of journals that I work in off and on. I never feel compelled to finish a journal before, working in another. And oh, okay. Thanks, Tina. Let me click on that. Amazon list for the ultimate alphabet specifics. Okay. And then here's some more there. Yeah, I know. So cute. So these are the papers. And again, I got them, the different rice papers that I bought from Paint and Paper Studio, Zandra. And she is Scraps to Beauty on YouTube. And she streams every Sunday. I saw that she streamed yesterday. Of course, I didn't, wasn't able to be there yesterday. But and then toward the back, I have a few more rice papers back here, and then I have a few napkins that we've done in here somewhere. This is one of the rice papers. Oh, there's a piece of stuck on there, sticker. And then this is napkins, and then I have a few in here. I'm going to put some more toward the back so that because the book will start to warp if I don't get more in the back. So these are napkins back here. So I thought I would go ahead and work with some of the napkins that I was sent, and then I'll do a napkin giveaway. We did a collage fodder giveaway last week. I forget who won it, but they both went out last week. So hopefully whoever won them. I wrote it down, but it's not fresh in my mind who won them. Got them already. Hopefully got them already. So I'm going to go over to a spot somewhere around here, I think, and start working in that. So I did pull out my golden matte medium. This is what I use to glue with. And I will zoom back in now. And I did pull my glue brush out of the water. My glue brushes, they're old acrylic paint brushes that have seen better days. So they're relegated to the glue water. And they're the only brushes that I leave in water. And then I just brought it out, then wrapped it in a baby wipe to keep it moist till we were ready to go. And then I'm going to pick a few napkins that I want to play in. And then let me get some double-sided tape. And then I'll make a couple piles for a couple of giveaways of some of the napkins. So let's see what we got here. So I haven't really picked or gone through them again. I just got all this stuff, and so I haven't had too much time because Annie just left this morning at 5:00. Let's see. All right. Oh, did Janet say what she's going to do today? I know she'll probably talk about her stamp faux postage swap, but I don't know if she has said what she is going to do today. All right, I got cranberry juice this morning. I had coffee at 4:30 this morning, so I'm not having any more coffee for a while. I had a couple of cups then, so All right. So let's just start going through them and looking at them. Here's one that says faith. So I'm just going to kind of, maybe make a few little stacks here. Maybe some Christmas. Here's there's a little penguin, and here's a couple little foxes. I love that little fox. But those are kind of holiday. Here's some architectural elements. That one's kind of cool. Let's see how I can kind of maybe make a few stacks. Here's another one of those. Some dragonflies. I think I might want to use the dragonflies. Here's another seasonal. So I'm just going to kind of hold them up and show them to you and kind of divide them up into, like these two could go together. Florals. It's another floral. These are the dinner napkin size. Catch you live again. Hi, Kim. Good to see you. Anybody else popping in? I know, it's so cute. They all can be used for something. Here's some apples. I kind of like that one, maybe. And of course, I'm not going to have time to do more than a few. I can glue them in, but I won't have time to actually, make a page out of them if I do too many. Here's another holiday, 4th of July. Here's this. Janet needs this. Look, it has a stamp on it. It has a faux postage stamp. I'm going to set that one aside. Oh, I love this one. Look at this one. Looks like watercolor. I'm going to just pull some that I like, but that doesn't mean I'm going to use them all today. I've already used one similar to this in my book, so that can kind of go with the florals. Here's some cherry blossom. Another pretty floral. They're all beautiful, like watercolor look to them. Here's a Paris. These kind of, I'll put these kind of with the architecture. Here's more Christmas. Here's another different Paris. Here's some poppies. I love poppies. I love to draw poppies. I've painted them. I've drawn them. I've doodled them. So yeah. So just, there's so many different. I'm trying to keep a stack of florals here. Here's some ginkgo leaves, and I actually have this one that I think I've used before, the magnolia. And here's some butterflies. I'll put that kind of separate here. Here's a rejoice in the Lord. That can go with the faith one. Here's another Christmas. I don't know. Y'all can't see where I'm making different stacks here. So let's see. Here's another Paris. Can go in the Paris. This one, here's a chicken. This will have to go to Colleen. I'm going to have to send Colleen this rooster. Here's some more Christmas ones. We'll put that over here with the Christmas stack. Here's some hydrangeas. I do like the hydrangeas. I'll keep one of those. And let's see what else. Some hummingbirds and some bird of paradise, maybe. So that's kind of go with the florals. Then here's some. This one looks like it is. It's a like ink dyed the insides. This is like an ink dyed one. That's cool. It's like she ink dyed it herself, the inside of it. Here's a couple more like that. So she's dyed them herself. We'll have to do something special with those. Okay, here's another I'm not sure what is it, a sweet pea? Is that a sweet pea, Juanita? Is that a sweet pea flower? And then some of them the backs have already been peeled off, because you do have to take some tape and grab it and peel off. I'm just going to put that butterfly because it's like its own thing. Here's another Christmas type. Well, it's red. Here's a Christmas reindeer. Here's some more Joy to the World, some more Christmas. Oh, let's put that over here. Oh, no. Yeah, well, they can all go together. Hi, Josephine. Hi, CB. Kim, Colleen. Colleen, do you have this napkin? If you don't, I'll send it to you. Well, I'll send it to you even if you do, but I have to send you this chicken, Colleen. You got to have this rooster, this chicken. That'll have to go to you. Okay, let's see. Here's here's another floral and some more of those. It looks like a sweet pea to me, but I'm not positive. Oh, she's listening. Okay, is this a sweet pea flower, Juanita? Do you know? You're welcome. Oh, and then here is a bistro napkin. Here's some more of those reindeer. It's it's a mistype. Can't see you chat. Oh, okay. Yes, hi Jane. I was sent a bunch of napkins, so I'm going to use some and do a couple of giveaways today. Here's some more Christmas, some more like just like a watercolor look. Here's another bird. Home is where the heart is. I'm trying to keep the ones with words separate. Whoops. Oh, these are cute. This is different. Like here's India. I'm gonna have to use a couple of these. I think it looks like India, Africa. We'll have to put those in the journal. This one is kind of. I have another one similar to this, so I'll give that one away. Here's some just some Florida leaves type looking things. I'll put that with the Christmas. Here's some shells. You were working in the Napkin Journal this weekend, Jane? A shell. Some more poppies. This one would go well with the one of them anyway. This would go well with these two girls. This one and this one. This would go well with this. So I think we'll do a page with these two girls and that napkin. Okay, some more florals. Some more florals. All right. Some like in a vase or something here, a bundle. It's like a bundle. Let's see. A couple of those. Here's some more colorful flowers that might go well. Keep one, give one away. Some more shells. The history of the British sea life. Oh, okay, I'll do one of those. I'm not going to be able to do one of every one I pull today, but there are purple magnolia flowers too. I don't know, Tina. And then some celebrate, a couple of those with words, some paisley, some more of this looks like Christmas. And then here's some of the larger dinner napkin size. Tina, she says, hi, Jane. Here's a blue, just a blue, pretty pattern. And look how pretty that goes together, though. That goes nice, doesn't it? Might do something with that. If I don't use it, I'll do a giveaway. Obviously, I can't do 100 giveaways. I tried that once. I had all these napkins. I said, well, if anybody just wants some napkins, I'll send it. I mean, that was the great, what do we call it, Julie? The great napkin debacle or something like that. It was bad. Let's see. Hi, Brandy. So there's this one. Here's another one of these watercolor looking ones. Look at these. Look at these. I think these are carnations. So pretty. And then I think I have this one. I think I've used this one. And I know I have this one, this fish. I've used that. And there are just so many different kinds, right? Blue bonnets. Blue bonnets. I have to give that to CB. Do you do any napkin journaling? CB's in Texas. I'll send you some blue bonnets if you want. If you do you do any napkin journaling, CB? If you do, I'll send you the blue bonnets. I'll wait and see if she says. And then there's just different ones, just florals. Here's one with just some pastel bubbles. Some more flowers. I think I've had this one before too. I think I've used that one. Ooh, this one's pretty. I'm not sure what flower that is, but I really like that. And this purple. Some beautiful napkins. You do some? Okay, well then I'll give you that one, CB. Because I got one for Janet here. Oh, I'll send y'all a couple. I won't just send you one napkin. I'll send you a couple. So let me make my list here. Hang on, because I'll forget. What is it, baby girl? Okay, so I'm going to send CB the blue bonnet. Let's see. Colleen the chicken. And Janet the postage. And Jane, since she's working now, she's been working on some. Let's see, Jane, I'll just send her some random. And then Tina, I'll send her a poppy. So I'm just going to put these in little just business size envelopes and send y'all a couple, like, one or two of these. So yeah. And then I'll do a giveaway with a few, in a bigger envelope. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and stack these up. I'll go ahead and stack these up for a minute. Put the holiday ones on the bottom. And then I'll do a couple giveaways in a larger 9x12 envelope or 9x11, whatever size they are, and do a couple giveaways after a while. Okay, so I pulled a few here. These two I thought would go together on a page. These three, where's that other girl? Where'd the girl go? Oh, they're both there. So these two girls with this napkin would be a good page. So that's 1, 2, a poppy page, which I may put that one off because I have so many poppy pages I've done. And let's see, maybe the British Sea Life, maybe these two together. So I've got like 4. Let's do these 4. So I've got enough to do 4 pages right here. So let me go ahead and back up. Well, I think this is good because you can see me gluing. So we're going to glue these 4 down, and then we'll probably do something with a couple of them. Okay? All right. So what you do is you take your napkin and you open it up, and some have 1, 2, some even have 3 ply. Sometimes a 3 ply are on these dinner napkins ones, but they'll usually have at least 2. Some of these others may just have 1. But the easiest way I've found is just take a piece of double-sided tape and stick it on there and pull it up gently now. Do it gently, but you see how it separates, how it'll pull up the backing. You have to remove these backings before you glue them down, or they don't glue down well. Okay? They don't glue down well if you don't remove these backings. This one may only have this one. I'll double check, but... So I'm going to go ahead and take all the backings off. Let's see. Let me go on to a corner. I think this one. Nope, it does have another layer. So you want to check because you want to get all the layers off. You want to get down to just the decorative, the pretty page or the pretty paper. So let's go ahead and just gently take it apart. You got to be careful. It'll tear. They're just napkins here. And then just take them apart. Okay, and some people save these. I'm not saving them. All right, so there's a little bit left on this. Oops, I tore it. Let's see. So I can grab that little bit of edge left there. Okay. So I thought this one and this one would go well together. So let's go ahead and take off the layers off of this. Yeah, my teacher voice, Tina. Yeah. All right. So let's take that off and turn the tape over and just get the rest of it here. So I think everybody here has seen my tall, skinny napkin journal. If you haven't, I'll pull it back out. But if you look in my playlist under Napkin Journal or MixedMedia, you'll find napkin journals, and it's the tall one. And I've worked plenty of pages in that one on stream, so you can see me work in that one. Okay, see how these go together? Look how pretty that is. Another tip while I have this here and I can see it's obvious is you really want to start with a blank white. This is off-white, but it's okay. You want to start with your blank page before, if you paint first, if you start painting, oh, I want blue, this green, I want that in the background. Well, if you do that first, what's going to happen is it's not going to be as vibrant. So let me just get a piece of paper and show you what I mean. Well, I thought I had a brown paper. Well, this will work. So if you want to paint anything brown or black, in the background, if you glue this down, see how vibrant that is? See how bright that white, and it's how vibrant the color is, like this. But if you paint something first and then put it down, it loses its vibrancy. And you'll be able to see when I take this away. So you see how it's pretty. It's pretty. Oh, thanks, Tina. Tina put a link into the Napkin Journal. Thank you, Tina. So you can see that. Now look, when I remove it, look how much, look, see the vibrancy? That's the difference. That's the difference of having a background painted or leaving it white at first. You can always add paint later, but that's the difference you'll find. So you really want to start with the white plain page. Hi, Vonnie. I showed the color book packs that you sent us to give away. Thank you so much. I did a flip through earlier. Thank you for thinking of us so much. Hi, Nick and Tina. Yeah, my teacher voice. I'm been talking so much for 3 solid days that I really have to keep drinking something here to keep my voice going. Okay, so there's this one. So we'll do a page with that. Then these two together, I think will look nice. Of course, I'm not going to use all this. It's too much for so let's put a piece of double-sided tape and remove the first layer. And now let's remove the second layer. And take your time. I don't want to try to hurry too much and just rip it to shreds. And the same thing when you're gluing it down with matte medium. You have to be gentle with your paintbrush because it'll tear. It's just napkins. All right, so let's go ahead and so I get that little bit up there on the corner. It's not going to matter because I'll use the big sheet. So that and this together will make a nice page. I'll cut them in half. And I showed in some of my poster books that I've made out of posters, that if you want to use elements, if you want to use different elements from a napkin, it's much easier if you glue the elements, like for instance, one of these girls. If you wanted to use these as its own element on a collage or napkin journal page, don't start by cutting it out of this. Glue her onto a stiffer paper and then cut her out, and then you got like a cardstock weight image, right? If you just try to cut this out like this, you're just going to have a lot of work. You can do it, but it's a lot of work. Okay, so I got these two papers, or these two napkins to work together. And then the third one that I'm going to do is these 3. So these 2, it looks like there's a sea life. We might get to that one. These 2, she's already taken the backing off. So it'll have double images there, or quadruple. Let's see. You get the napkin open here. So you see, you get all these images off of one napkin. So she's already taken the backing off of the girls. So I got those 2 girls, and then this one here, take the backing off of it, just with a little piece of double-sided tape. I don't know if there's another layer. It doesn't look like there's another layer on there, but sometimes it's hard to tell. So a little bit of that tape left there. Let's see, Melinda. Never done napkin art before, Debbie? Well, watch while I'm doing it. If you want me to send you a couple, let me know. If you want to try it. Not everybody likes to do this kind of stuff, and I totally get that. Not everybody likes to do collage. I love collage. I love color pencil. Not everybody loves color pencil. So, let me know. Okay, so we got these. So let's go ahead and start with these, I think. So let me just set these aside for a minute, and we'll start with these girls. Okay, so I am going to, the backs have already been taken off. Now I just want one of each of these girls here. So I'm going to cut just the shape out there. And again, if you want to cut out individual and make it an element, like that can be moved around and placed somewhere, then glue this onto a piece of cardstock or heavyweight paper. Glue this on a separate piece of paper and then cut that out. Don't try to fussy cut this. Just saying. Don't try to fussy cut that. All right, so I'm going to move this extra to the side there. I'm going to use her. And then I want this one, I want them to be facing each other. So I'm going to use this one as opposed to this one, okay? Okay. So those two. And then I just love this. The colors and everything work with both of them. I'm going to have to turn my fan sideways, it's blowing everything. Hang on. And of course, I have my air conditioner vent is right up there too. Hi, Abigail. Let's see. Cat and Paste, CMP. There's Fernando. Yeah, Jane. I thought that would look good. All right. So what I'm going to do now is I think I'll cut this just down the middle because, the patterns are reflections of each other. They're, opposites. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do is maybe let's see how I want to do this. Because remember, you don't want to put them, look, see the difference? Look, she's on top of the napkin. See how dull it is? Look, you see the difference? So I want to make sure that these girls are on the white background so that they're vibrant. And then, so if I put them both in the corners like this, then I think I can use the pattern maybe up here at the top. See, I think I kind of like it this way. I don't care for these borders, so I'm going to cut the borders off. And I'm going to paint too, guys. Y'all know when I do my napkin journaling, I paint in the background. So it doesn't have to be that precise because I'm going to paint. I'm going to add acrylic paint to it. All right, so let's see. If I put this somewhere in here, I'm going to have to cut these corners. So let's cut these corners off like this. So that can go in there. They can go on here. And then the corners can probably come up on the edges. So something like that. So we're going to do something like this to start. Okay. And then, I can always cut up some more of this one if I need it. And then I'll just kind of maybe glue some of the corners back like this. Something like that. We'll start with that. Okay. So let me get out some matte medium. So just get a paint thing. Now this is all dried paint and I could even remove it if I want to, or I could just throw the paint right on top, but because it's dry, so it doesn't matter. All right, so I'm going to pour out some golden matte medium, and this comes in all different size jars. I take the big jars that Janet gave me for my birthday. She gave me these huge jars. I've already used one completely, and then I pour it in here just to keep it easy to handle. And then always put a piece of plastic, a baggie or something over the top so you don't glue your lid, because this is so easy to glue to that you will never get this off. So, oh, thanks, Tina. So I'm going to pour some of that out. And then that way it still twists right back on, but you won't glue it to itself. All right, and I already pulled out my glue brush. And so that's what I'm going to start doing here. So let's just move that right there. Hopefully the fan won't blow it all over the place. No worries. I'll send more. Janet sends me that for my birthday every year. Okay, so, oh, wait, one other thing, and I did pull wax paper. You really want to put some wax paper so you don't get the matte medium and the paint on the pages behind it and glue them shut there too. So I did pull some wax paper. Okay, like that. All right, so now I'm going to put the matte medium down. Now, normally with collage, I'll put the matte medium here and then on the back and then over the top. But with the napkin, you can't do that. You can't put it on you're going to tear your napkin apart. So you just can only put it on the base and over the top. You can't turn this over and do that. So I'm going to go ahead and put that here. And then working from the inside out, just smooth it down. But be careful. Once it starts getting really wet, it'll start to tear really easy. So you want to be careful with it. And you can, if you're real careful, you can take a card. Make sure it's like a new one and not all, like, don't use this edge because that's going to tear your napkin. But if you have a clean edge on your card, you can gently smooth it down. But napkins are pretty, they're not going to bulk up wrinkles like some papers do, but they will have texture. So when you are gluing in a napkin journal, later when you open the book, they may sound like they're sticking together because they're textured. Napkins have a texture, so it's kind of like Velcro. I haven't really had an issue with them ever tearing, but sometimes it sounds like they're sticking because the texture of the napkin makes it sound like it. Okay, so just, work the matte medium on it. But once the napkin starts getting wet, it's easier and easier to tear. So you want to be really gentle with it. Okay, see how it just melts into the paper. All right, I'm not seeing any. Hi, Sandra. This is Xandra, Scraps to Beauty, who has a YouTube channel every Sunday about 4, I think, Eastern. I missed it yesterday, but I always try to go back and watch the recording. But she has her shop, Paint and Paper Studio, and that's where I get a lot of these. Well, that's where I get all. That's where I get all my like rice paper from Stamperia and stuff. That's where I get it from, is Xandra. Right there, right there. Okay, so now let's go ahead. Oh, did I lose my little corners? Did they blow away? Oh, there they are. Okay. And you also take your chances, especially in a book like this that has deep crevices where the signatures are sewn together. You take your chances when you overlap the napkin or any collage papers over the ditch. The more you open and close that, it's probably going to tear. So you can do a couple things. You can either cut it down the middle, cut the thing down the middle, and then just match them up as tight as you can without gluing over the ditch. Or you can just go like I'm doing in this case, just going right over the ditch of the seam there. And then if it tears eventually, well, then it tears, All right, so now I'm just going to try to kind of fold it so I can get it right in the middle here, as close as I can. And again, I am going to add paint. If anything hangs over the edge, you can always cut that off. Okay. If you have any questions, put them in caps and I'll try to catch them. Dee is an exercise coach. Working. Rachel. All right. right, so there we go. Let's get that little piece off there. All right, so I'm going to just gently, and you can, you're removing some of the excess too. Then I just kind of wipe it off on the edge there. Okay, now let's do those little corners. And the other. Okay, and then the rest will be paint, stencils, and oops, see, gotta be careful. I just rolled it right off. Paint, stencil, and any extra embellishments to do the finished page. Remember, I've got wax paper here because you don't want to glue. You don't want to glue your pages to the next page. Okay, so there we go. All right, so there's a little bit of excess here on this edge. You can kind of pull some of it off, or just wait till you dry it and then cut it down. Okay. All right, so now I'm going to take my heat gun and dry this. See if we've got any questions. I don't see anything in caps. You like this, Debbie? It's really fun. It's nice to have. Have you ever seen my big tall book, Debbie? It's got the. Well, I think Tina put that link in. My other napkin journal, my older one. It's really my first napkin journal that's all napkins. I've used napkins in other journals, but it's its own journal that has just napkin journaling in it. This one has the rice papers and the napkins. Oh, thank you. There's Edwin. So now I got to tell you, I'm going to stop for a minute because this Edwin show is Edwin and Elrod. Their show is like one of the best kept secrets on YouTube. Middle Earth Storytime is Edwin Boyette. He has a show. Now, it does come on kind of late because he's in Hawaii. He reads The Lord of the Rings, and Elrod Flash draws The Lord of the Rings. I've shown y'all some of the, I've bought some of Flash's Lord of the Rings drawings. A few, maybe a month and a half or so ago, I showed it on the show. And if y'all want to listen to an awesome reader with a great voice reading The Lord of the Rings, that would be Edwin right there. Middle Earth Storytime. So y'all make sure and follow Edwin and Flash Elrod. They do a show together, but it's on Edwin's channel. So got to promote that because I love it. I don't usually get to make many of the lives because it comes on like 10, 11 o'clock my time. But sometimes on a Sunday, I can catch them like at 9. But of course, I had Annie here this last 3 days, so haven't been able to do anything much the last 3 days. So I have to catch up. But he reads like, you're welcome. He reads like maybe 5 to 6 times a week, something like that. And of course, you can always go back and watch the recordings. It's awesome, awesome, awesome show. I'm going to have to find my Flash drawings. I think they might be right up here. So again, guys, this is like, how you start with either a napkin or let me find one of the, or see like this, or one of the papers that I bought from Zandra, like this. So you start with this, and then you go to this. Then you start painting in, stenciling, adding your embellishments, making your own little stories, your own worlds. Or if you're a journaler, I journal, but I don't journal in my art journals. I have other journals for that. But if you like to journal in this kind of a book, where's my butterfly one? then the best recommendation I would have for you is to journal on a separate journaling card and then glue it on top of this. Don't try to journal on something like your napkins or on this rough paper. You're going to have texture. It's going to be hard to actually do writing, on it. But you can cut out your journaling on other pieces of paper and then attach it to, glue it in here. Where is the butterfly? Where's our butterfly page? Well, there's this one, but that's the fairy page. Here it is. This one right here. So see how I just added a little piece of a quote from a magazine here, made to create. That's added on top of the finished journaling, the finished art page, right? All right, let me look up here real quick. I think while Edwin's here, let's see if I got it right here. I think I have it. Have it up here with my Gary Shipman art. Let me see if I can find flashes here. Here it is. Here's some of it. Okay, hang on. Let me put this back up on this box. I don't want it to get walked on by the cats. So let me take it out of the sleeves here because it's gonna glare out if I leave it in here. So he goes by Flash and by Elrod. So this is one of the paintings that I bought from. He did this on the show. He did this on Edwin's show, Middle Earth Storytime. While Edwin's reading, he's got a split screen. He's got StreamYard split screen. So Edwin's reading on one side, and I'll just bring it up here in a second. And then Elrod Flash, he goes by Elrod and Flash. He's doing the painting and the drawings while Edwin's reading. So I got a couple different things that I bought from him, and then he threw a couple extras in. But yeah, so it's really fun to watch. So I have a couple others that he gave me here. So it's just really cool. Hang on. Where's my phone? Oh, I took the phone in the other room. Hang on. Hang on just a second. Let me get over there. All right, let's see here. Let me do a search. Middle Earth Story. Time. Okay. So hang on. Let me get one here. Let me get to I think he did a painting on the last one, which I haven't watched that one yet. Let me just go over to this one here. Let me find it. All right, here we go. Let me forward it a little. I'll get to the middle.
First they say it's a great elf in bright armor. Then it's a sort of small dwarf man. Then it must be a pack of rebel Urukai. Sam did not sleep. Sam bent over him and listened to his breathing.
So this is Edwin, and here's Flash Elrod drawing.
Thinned. And yet in sleep, it looked content and unafraid. But here goes Master.
Sorry, guys. Sister-in-law.
I'll have to leave you for a bit and trust to luck. Water we must have, or we'll get no further. Sam crept out, and flitting from stone to stone, with more than hobbit care, he went down to the watercourse, then followed it for some way as it climbed north.
So it's just awesome. Edwin just reads so awesome. And then you get to watch Elrod draw. It's just nothing gets better than that to me. Reading and art all in one show. Yeah. So follow Middle Earth Storytime there. And and listen to Edwin read and flash draw. Isn't that cool, guys? I mean, I think it's just amazing. So thanks, Edwin, for popping in, because I try to tell people about your show because I love it. If I like it, I like to promote it. Okay, so I think let's dry this just a little more. Yes, that's true, Arlene. Arlene's there sometimes when I see her there. Arlene is everywhere. But he sings. I don't know exactly if I could find one where he was singing, but then he'd go, probably, Edwin would probably go, no, don't find the singing ones. But if there's a part in The Lord of the Rings where somebody is singing, he actually sings the part. Edgy. Hi, Chef. I think I said hi to Darlene. Okay, so that's dry. Now this is ready to paint, but I want to go ahead and glue a couple other ones down first before I get out the stencil and the paint, so I can go from one to the next to the next. So I'm going to glue 3. Like here's one with the shell that's already, and I do see I got a little glued together in the ditch there. You got to be careful because you'll glue the ditch shut. You'll glue it shut in the ditch. You got to make sure that's really dry in there. So you don't want to glue it shut. All right, so let's go ahead and do 2 more. And then we'll start painting. Okay, let's see. Let's do this one with the dragonflies. We're working up toward doing, whoops, I pulled out the wax paper. We're working up toward, using these images in the art journal to make finished pages. And this is my new one. There's one there. Okay, so let's go ahead and glue this and some dragonflies. If y'all have any questions, put them in caps. Or if Edwin's still here, if you have any questions you want to ask Edwin, put him on the spot. Let's put him on the spot. Okay. Okay, let's see. I think I'm going to put this down here on this one and the dragonflies on the top. So let's kind of just cut around them. Okay, I'm going to have to trim this down because that's going to be too dark behind them. They'll get lost. Sorry, the fan keeps blowing them away, or the air conditioner. I have the fan turned the other way, but the air conditioner vent is blowing it around. All right, so I think I'll do that. Like that. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with this piece here. All right. So who else have any of y'all done? Like Debbie said that she had not done napkin journaling but might want to try. Is there anybody else here that has never done napkin journaling? That's never tried gluing decorative napkins in your art journals? Which one, Devin? The butterfly, the orange one was a paper. The orange one was a rice paper. These right here are napkins that I got for a gift. And I'm going to do some giveaway. I'm going to give some away here in a little bit. I'm going to get some more matte medium out. This is what I use to glue, golden matte medium. So I'm going to pour out a little bit more. Don't pour out more than you think you're going to use. You don't want it to dry up and it go to waste. Because it's not cheap, but nothing works like golden matte medium. A lot of people like to use Mod Podge. I would not recommend Mod Podge in a journal because it it somehow just never dries and stays sticky, and that will tear your pages. As long as this is 100% dry before you close your pages, this is not going to stick. Golden matte medium will not stick your pages together as long as it's dry. As long as it's dry. A little piece there. All right, let's go here. Let's put those little butterflies going, dragonflies going this way. If y'all have any questions, put it in caps. So when we went over to all the cousins' house on Saturday, Cameron and I did get time to draw together. He said, I'm not going to go if you're not going to go. I wasn't going to go on Saturday to the cousin's house. So, but I did end up going, and Cameron and I spent maybe about 45 minutes drawing. So we did a challenge with each other. Of course, I can't show you his. I didn't take a picture of it. I should have. But what we did is we took each other's phones and went on Pinterest and found something for the other person to draw. So I found him a manga to draw, and then he picked this one for me. Now I didn't copy it exactly. Neither one of us copied it exactly. We just kind of drew kind of our own version of it. But here's what I drew with. He picked this character for me. What's his name? Hank? I forget his name. Anyway, he picked this one for me. So I drew him in ballpoint pen and some marker. Yeah, it's a fun drawing game. So I drew him in ballpoint pen with a little bit of marker added to it. And so, yeah, I drew that one. And then I picked a face. I picked a manga type face for him to do with big hair. It looked really good, but yeah. So he did that while I drew that. So we got to hang out for a little bit. Yeah, it's a anime character. Yeah. So okay, so let's see here. I got some extra here. I'm going to just pull some of that off. You can wait till you dry it and then cut it as well. I'm just going to pull the little excess off there. All right, so let me go ahead and dry this now. Yeah, we don't get to see each other near as much. And Boo was there, but she's driving back to Florida today because I know it's supposed to rain tomorrow and then next couple days. So she's going to try to get back to Tallahassee today. School doesn't start for her for a couple more weeks, her college. But yeah. I think I did. Let me see. He won't mind. I think I did get a picture of Cameron, but I didn't get one of Boo on my phone. All the relatives, and Denise sent me some. But Cameron, I did get one of him, I think. Let me look. My art kid. My artsy kid. There's Cameron. He has that gray blue hair. I don't know if you can see it, but anyway. It's gray blue hair. Hey, Cam. So yeah, he's always been my art pal. Ever since he could hold a pencil, he's been my art pal. That's nice of you, Tina. But trust me, there are some awesome ballpoint pen artists out there. But I did do my monsters, my movie monsters, 2 years ago on Inktober. I did those with ballpoint pen. Hi, Kathy. Tina. Okay, so let's move these. All right, let's do one more. let's go ahead and do one more while I'm gluing them down. So then we can go into stenciling and painting, because there'll be, I'll have a couple ready to go here. And then we'll do a napkin. We'll do a giveaway. All right. So this one, I don't have a focal point. I just have, patterns and backgrounds. So let's kind of take some of maybe these corners here. Let's take a little blue, a little purple. We'll do a couple corners. And then we'll just use some of the floral here. And then we'll maybe find a focal point out of a collage piece or something. All right, so let's see. Let's see about doing maybe, let's kind of do this and this. And then, well, let me go ahead and glue that down because the air conditioner is blowing everything around. Let's pour out a little bit more matte medium. And let's go ahead. And let's turn it over. There we go. And I'll paint the edges, I think. Oh, thank you, Tina. I do post them on. I do post the my Inktober's on Instagram too. They're all there. This coming year will be, hopefully I'll be able to be home and do it during October. My 7th year, I've completed 6 years of Inktober, and last year I did the Insectober. I did that last year. Let's see. I think I'll do it the same way, so I'll have room. So again, I didn't know. I haven't seen. I'll ask again when I stop. Who has not done napkin journaling before? Using napkins in your art journals? Kathy, look what I found to send Colleen. I already told her, but look. Send this to Colleen, Kathy. So Colleen and Kathy Berg, they stream together every Tuesday morning and Friday morning. Now let's see if I get this right, Kathy. They stream on Kathy Berg's channel on Tuesdays at 10 or 10:30, 10 I think. And then they stream on Colleen's channel on Friday on Colleen's channel. So yeah, so there's Kathy Berg. She streams on Tuesdays at 10 with Colleen. And then on Fridays, they both stream on Colleen's channel, but I don't see. Oh, there she is. The Scrap Chick is Colleen. So they stream on the Scrap Chick's channel on Fridays. Okay. So Tuesdays and Fridays, they stream together. All right. So let's see. I think I'm just going to tear a piece of this because it's not like anything. It's just a pattern. I just want to get the pattern in there in a couple different places. All right. So I'm going to pour out a little bit more. Oh, thanks, Tina. Tina's putting links in the chat there if y'all need to see them. Kathy Berg and then the Scrap Chick is Colleen. Okay, so let's go ahead and get these glued down. And again, I'm just going to let it run over the edge because I will just trim it because this isn't a specific item, a focal point. It's just a pattern, which I'm going to add paint to anyway. So I'm just tearing some parts to put on here. Let's go this way. It's just to fill in, just trying to fill in. All right, so then we'll start doing some stenciling and painting and find some, butterflies or flowers or something, All right, so I'm going to dry this and then I'll trim off the edge. Okay, that's good. All right. So let's kind of clean this up here. All right, so now I am going to wipe off this glue brush. I don't want to put it back in the glue water yet because I still might use it, but I'm going to just kind of keep it wrapped so it doesn't dry out. Okay, let's try this. One minute. Okay, I think it's dry enough to trim. I could probably just peel that off the edge. Yeah, I'll get it a little neater. Then we can start adding some stencil and some paint. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and do a giveaway first. What time is it? Almost 10:30. So I'll go ahead and do a giveaway. And all right, I've picked out a few for. So here's the people that I've already given something to: Janet, Colleen, and CB. So that y'all have already getting some napkins. So y'all three don't. And I'm going to add some others to it. I'm not just going to send Colleen a chicken. I'll send her a couple other napkins too. But Colleen, CB, and Janet, and Jane. Let's see. Well, yeah. All right, here. These people right here do not participate because I'm going to send y'all some anyway. So these guys are already getting some napkins. So you 5 don't participate in the giveaway because y'all are going to get some anyway. Okay. So that gives other people a chance to get it too because y'all are already getting some. All right, so I'll let this sit and dry for a minute. And again, you want to make sure it's 100% dry before you close the book. I'm going to keep working on it, so it's okay. But these are, if it's cold to the touch, it's not dry. So you want to make sure it's dry, and because Golden Matte Medium is awesome about not sticking your pages together, but it has to be dry. And none of these are 100% yet. So I don't want to close the book. Because like this one right here got a little stuck because I didn't, there we go. I didn't let that dry before I closed that one. So, yeah, well, you know what? I keep talking. Let me just grab it. Let me just grab it real quick. Where is it here? So in this napkin journal, I use napkins, paint, and color book pages, images. This one, there's no color book pages. It's just the papers, the stencils, the paints, and then if you want to add some words or something, some butterfly, you can add other things, right? And again, these are not my journals. These are just my art journals. God, I got a little flashed out, didn't it? Let's turn the brightness back. There we go. So this is the old one. This is my old napkin journal that has Tina. This is the one where I've used color book page elements. I won't show you all of them. Let me just pick a couple. So here we go. And it's tall. It's like a faux ledger. And so all this is napkins in the background. And then these are colored images. right? Now, I always tell y'all this, but I always repeat it because I don't want anybody to go, oh my gosh, I wish you would have told me that. When you add images that you've either drawn or colored or want to color or paint, do that separately and then cut them out and then glue them on. Don't try to glue on an image and then color it, because this is what happens. You will be picking up the texture of the napkin on the thing you're coloring, penciling, watercolor, whatever you're using, and you go to pencil on it and you're going to pick up the texture of the napkin. So make sure that you color, paint, pencil your images separately. Okay, thanks. Thanks, Julie. We got to get those rules in here in a minute. Thank you, Julie. So you want to do that separate, right? Before you like, see this right here, this is napkins in the background, images put on top, and then I paint in all the details, right? And again, listen, see how it sounds like they're sticking? They're really not sticking. That's just the napkin texture. They're not sticking though. That's just the napkin texture. And that's because I use golden matte medium. If you use other products, your pages might actually stick in a book. Okay, but like here's napkins, 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 and then this is just the, images added. The blue hydrangeas are napkins. So then after I add it, then I paint. I paint it in, I add the details. So this is where you can head if you use some like other color book images. Oh, look, Colleen, chickens. Sorry. Colleen likes her chickens and her farm animals. So these are Jane Davenport napkins. So I don't know that she produces those anymore. This is some years old. But these are Jane Davenport napkins, and I made this, goddesses thing here. So, but these are just some of the things that you can do if you don't draw yourself, or sketch or doodle yourself, then find some other images that you can color and add in. So I try to make things a little bit for everybody. Some things we draw and paint ourselves, some things we use napkins, and just so that there's something everybody can do. Thanks, Devin. There's something everybody can do. All right, so here's what we're going to do. I got the stack of napkins here, and I'll do 2 packs of these, just like I did the collage. Let me get some couple. And I don't want these to get too thick because International can participate in this. So I'm going to do 2 packs of napkins, and then the 5 people on here, I'm going to put 4 or 5 napkins in a smaller envelope for them. Okay. So again, I can't make it too thick because, again, international shipping is cray. So I'm going to kind of line these up. Let's see, those that kind of matches that. This one kind of matches this. So let's put those. I'm trying to kind of get some kind of a color wave thing here. Okay, so I think I can probably get about 5. Let's see, that one can go there. Oh, let me back up because you can't see. Let's back up. There we go. And then this one, maybe, let's do the Paris. That looks good. Okay, so these will make a flat envelope, right? So I can get this one for one, and this one for another. Oh, thank you, Lachia, for the super sticker. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. I appreciate that. I will be getting back to doing prints probably in September. I took the summer off because we are traveling. We got family. Like these last 4 days, I had Annie and Logan here, and so yeah, and I'm going to go out and try to visit my mom, and so I just couldn't commit to doing prints over the summer and worrying about not getting them out. Okay, so I'm going to do those for giveaways, and after I do those giveaways, I'll pick out some. Let me see, I got some envelopes up here. Let me get those for 5 of y'all. I have to find some envelopes. Well, these have my address on. I just won't flip them over. So then, so CB, Colleen, Janet, Jane, and Tina, I'm going to send y'all some in this size envelope. Okay, so here's how the giveaway works. Let me get my phone. Nobody do anything yet. So when you see me type in go, everybody except those 5 people, because I'm sending them something already. Okay. Everybody else, when you see me type in go, put in a number between 1 and 100. Let me get this. One number only. And this is for international as well. One number only. The first person closest without going over. The first person closest to the random.org, which I'm going to bring up right now. Let me get that. Ooh, look what happened to pop up on my, well, y'all know it was Sean. Okay, let's see. There. Okay, so let me, random.org. Okay, so the first person closest to whatever random.org will give us in a minute. I haven't generated anything yet, obviously. Well, I'm sorry, the first 2 people. The first 2 people closest to the random.org will get a pack of these napkins that were generously given to me, and those books that I showed earlier, but they wanted to remain anonymous. Okay. All right. So get ready. Think of a number. One number only. Yes. And Tina just reminded, make sure your chat is set to live. We will still see everybody, but you may not even see half the numbers. So make sure your chat is set to live. And that's true of anybody's live stream, whether it's live or whether you're watching a recording. You always want to make sure you have live chat selected at the top of the chat. Otherwise, you do not see all the chat. Okay. Okay. All righty. So one number only. Here's the rules. Okay. And it is for international and US, because I can send an envelope for a couple of dollars. Books, not so much anymore. Shipping has gotten crazy. All right. So these are going to go to these girls, and with these envelopes, and I'll add a few more things to y'all's. All right. All right. So I'm going to count down. So get your numbers in, because once I put in stop, no more numbers. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. All right. Let me get back in my phone here. All right, here we go. Did my stop come on there? Yeah. Okay, here we go. Let's generate the first 2 people. The first 2 people closest to 63. The 2 people closest to 63 without going over. Okay. 63 is the number. And as soon as you win, whoever wins, you have to send me your address. I always tell everybody I do not share your addresses, not even with the mods. I don't share your address. I don't put you on an email list. I just send you your stuff. So your address does not get shared or put on any kind of email list. So just FYI. Okay, so Lucia. Okay, Lucia had 63. So it's LYCIA, Lucia Masquerer. Okay, so Lucia and Annie Tanner. Annie Tanner had 62. Okay, so Annie Tanner and Lucia, or is it Lucia? Lucia, maybe? Email me your addresses. Here's my email. And I'm sure one of the mods will put it in too, but let me go ahead and do it as well. Email me your addresses and I will mail this out tomorrow. Okay? Annie Tanner and Lucia. Okay, there we go. All righty. So I will fix these up and send them out to you tomorrow's mail, but you got to give me your addresses if you want them. All right. And then, of course, I already have, let's see, do I have everybody? I have CB, I have Colleen, Janet, Jane, and Tina. I have everybody else's addresses. Okay. All right. So I have everybody else. So that'll all go out in the mail tomorrow. All righty. So now we can get back to this. Get back to our let's get back to our painting. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do, I'm not putting my matte medium away yet because I might glue some other things down. But I do have my paintbrush wrapped up in a baby wipe so it doesn't dry out. All right, let's zoom back in one. So congratulations, everybody. I hope y'all will enjoy that. And Debbie, Debbie, is she still here? I was asking her as well if she wanted to try some. I don't see her right now. Hi, Sherry, Pat. I will add you to the list of little envelopes, Debbie. If she's still here, Debbie Bruce. If you want some napkins, I will send you a few too because she was thinking about trying it. I don't know if if you don't want them, that's fine. No, not hurting anybody's feelings if you don't want to try all the projects we do here, guys, because we do a lot of different things. We do a lot of different things and not everything everybody likes. Some days I draw, some days I paint, some days I color book, some days we do art journaling, collage, altered books, mixed media. We do a little everything. So if you're here today and you don't like napkin journaling, come back another day or check my playlist for all kinds of different things we do here because we do a little bit of everything. And speaking of doing a little bit of everything, Janet streams at 1 Eastern, and hopefully she'll talk about her faux postage stamp swap. Okay. Thank you, Annie. Thank you. Hopefully she'll talk about that because she's doing, and so you don't have to make your postage that size. You can make your postage like, the size of an art card and then shrink it down. Or if you don't want to shrink it down, she's even accepting artist card, ATC size, artist card size faux postage for the swap. Okay. She'll tell you more about it on her show at 1. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and start with this one. So let me go ahead and put let me move my wax paper behind these two. And then I think, I think maybe I'll do some stenciling on these 3 and then do some painting or a combination of both. All right, so let me put my tape away. This is what I use to peel off the backs of the napkins because there's 2 or 3 layers. You just take a little piece of double-sided tape, put it on the back of a napkin and pull it up, and you'll pull those white paper backings off. All right, let's see. Let me get my little stencils. Let me put up my Elrod stuff because I don't want the cats to get on they're in sleeves here. I want to make sure the art I purchased stays safe until I frame any of it or put it in a book. Okay, because I don't want the cats to bend up art that I buy. Okay. Alrighty then. So I got the small stencils out. I would talk about. Okay, Janet said she will talk about the swap, and there's Janet's channel right there. And she comes on at 1 Eastern. Thank you, Tina. You never win anything, Annie? Well, congratulations, you did today. All right. And I think I'll go ahead and throw in one of these floral. These are because Vonnie sent us these pads of coloring pages. So all of you that I'm sending napkins to, CB and everybody, I'll throw in one of these. Or 2, to see how many fit in an envelope. I'll send y'all some of those as well. And you can thank Vonnie for those. All right, so let's see what I want to start here. I'm going to get a tray for some paint here. Let's get some paint trays. So just maybe start stenciling, or maybe I'll put, maybe I'll do some. I'm gonna kind of wing it. Some I might paint first, some I might stencil. So you can do either one. So like, here's an example of how I painted. So these are the rice papers that I bought from Zandra. This is just a little collaged card, and then you stencil, and then you can blend, and you can stencil first or paint. You can do both together. But I think I'm going to go ahead and put some paint down. I think I'm going to do the dark red maroon, and then I'm going to add some gold. This just kind of needs gold, so I'll just kind of do a little bit of blending around them. I will need a baby wipe. And don't forget, guys, these techniques can be used in your art journals, your mixed media, your altered books, whatever. All right, so let's see what we want to do here. Let me find some maroon. That looks good. This is deep burgundy. And I just use craft paint, guys, on almost all my projects. It's just craft paint. So it's not, I don't, I'm not using expensive artist grade paints. And one of the reasons, well, there's two reasons. One, because I want everybody to be able to afford to do these projects. And number two is color pencils will go over flat, matte craft paint. Whereas color pencils will not go over a lot of the artist grade shiny, like satiny or glossy, or that have any kind of a sheen to them. Color pencil won't go over that. So that's why I like this. Okay, and this one I haven't even opened yet. I probably have an open one over there. But let's go ahead and open it. Close this before Barb Owen emails me. our safety manager. And if y'all make sure and keep Barb in y'all's thoughts and prayers as well. When you think of her, she's taking a break from streaming, take care of her family. And but keep her in your thoughts and prayers, or, if you have her address, send her a card. All right, let's see. Let's get I don't want too small of a brush, but I don't want something this big, but I don't want something this small. So I'm trying to go dig around here a minute. Let's see. Let me grab this container of brushes here, because I need something kind of in between. Something a little in between. That's maybe this. Although I like angle brushes, this one's not. Let's go with this. Okay, this one's a little bigger. All right. And sometimes I'll use my fingers. Sometimes I'll use a brush. Like, I like to just get the edges and things. I'll just kind of get that in with my fingers. Now, the other nice thing about using the golden matte medium, and no, I'm not sponsored, and they don't, I'm not an affiliate with them, but I love my golden matte medium. One of the things that's nice about having the golden matte medium coat everything is you can wipe it away. Well, it's just so versatile if you have that layer. If you have that layer of matte medium on there, you can move it around and move it so much easier. So I'm just going to go ahead and get at least this much done with my fingers, so I can, because I can get a nice coat on the edges and kind of smooth it in. And then you can also use baby wipes to move it around, baby wipes to blend. So I'm just going to get these edges. I miss a hi, Lady Jan. Lady Jan is my Cadfael buddy. She and I love Cadfael books, and we've both read them all. I'll have to bring out her book she made me again sometime soon. All right, so let's see. I think I'll go right in here a little bit. And then I think I'm going to just kind of blend some up toward the girls, and then I will put gold stenciling in here. So let's just see how close I can get this to them. So I think gold will look pretty with them, both of them. Maybe just do a little on the edge there. Kind of encircle them. So did anybody do anything fun over the weekend? We were very busy because Annie and Logan, like I said, they flew in Friday, and then we took them to the lake. We did some fishing Friday. Saturday, we went and took them to see their cousins that they haven't seen in a few years. And then Sunday was the memorial service for Hubster's brother, and then she flew out 5 o'clock this morning back to LA. So yeah, it was like a whirlwind since Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We just been like, on the go with them. But we had a great time. It was great to see them, and I think they had a good time. And y'all seen Logan? I've shown him playing his guitar. Shown him. Annie said, "Yeah, you can show him playing his guitar." So I've shown y'all that. All right, so I'm just going to kind of do this, and now let me dry that, and then I'll kind of put a light color coming up closer to them. I like it when you paint with your fingers on Debbie. Debbie, did you answer? I didn't see. Did you want some napkins to test out napkin journaling? I didn't see you answer. So I'm looking right now at chat. So Debbie, if you do think you might want to try napkin journaling, let me know and I'll add you to the little stack if you want to try it. But again, guys, I would still recommend, even though it's not cheap, I recommend Golden Matte Medium. And you can get this little one, at a decent price. And if you don't do a ton, like I do tons of collage, so I go through those big jars like that Janet sends me for my birthday. I go through those. But if you don't do a whole lot, a little one like this will last you quite a long time. Just saying. So I was waiting to see if Debbie wanted to. Here's my post-it note. So she can test it out because she says she's never done. Okay, yes. Okay, I wrote you down, Debbie. So I'll put you in the pile over there for. All right, so now, well, you know what I think I'm going to do? I think I'm just going to, I want this kind of watered down. I want this very faint around them. I just want a tiny bit of, so I'm going to water down the red here and just get the tiniest bit of, that's even still too much. Let me clean my brush. And just get the tiniest bit because I just want it. Maybe I could even do it with the baby wipe. That might be easier. Let me just kind of, because I just want to kind of, there we go. I just kind of want a little bit of blended red. And even that, I'm going to have to keep moving the baby wipe so that it's very faint. I just want a very faint little bit of color because I'm going to put gold stenciling on top of this. So I'll just kind of blend some in like that. And go back in. Oops. Get another baby wipe. Oh. Okay. Just want a little bit of very faint color blending in around the edges. And then I'll put the gold stencil. You do gold dots, or you could do gold, like the caps off your paint. These make, you can dip your paint in a cap and make nice circles. Just so many things that you can use. You don't have to have stencils per se. You can do all kinds of things to make patterns. So I got to keep cleaning this because there's quite a bit of paint still on there. I just want a tiny bit going around. Don't forget, if you have any questions, put it in caps. The baby wipes are such good blenders. Okay, and then if I want a little bit darker, just bring that in a little. And then you can, if you have a quote or a caption or a title or something like that, you can do it on another piece of paper or cardstock or cut it out of a, word fetty or whatever and add it on top. But I just don't recommend trying to write on all this texture. You can do it with like a Posca paint, but, Posca marker, but you might, then if you don't like it, you're kind of stuck. You could paint over it, but let's see. Do they remind me of 14th century Mughal paint, Indian Mughal? Yeah. Well, there's two different napkins. One had this Indian girl, and this girl, she has like African animals on her and stuff. So yeah, I thought they were just kind of cool. All right, so let me go ahead and dry this, and then we'll add some more. And you want wax paper behind it so you don't stick your pages together. Especially dry in the spine, in the ditch. All right, so let's see. There's some checkerboard looking things, and there's all kinds of florals and paisley. So what I usually do is I just take my stack of stencils. Let's move this over here. And I just kind of look through and see what, looks like it will, be cohesive with it. And I don't like that, but I think I just used that one last time. Maybe that with gold. I kind of like this because it kind of looks like a stained glass or a jewel tone something. That might look good with gold paint. All right, let me move these brushes over. Let's see where I can find my gold. I have some sitting out here somewhere. It's yellow. Here we go. Okay, this isn't the dark gold. I want the dark gold. Let's see. One is that's one. Maybe I put it away. Oh, here we go. Yeah, this is it. Splendid gold. And then this one is Inca gold. So can you see how dark one is? The splendid gold's a little darker than the Inca gold. So I want the splendid gold. All right, let's get another tray here. And I'll go ahead and peel off some of this dried paint. You don't have to. It's when it's dry paint, I just layer on top, but just so y'all can see it. All right, then I'm going to get a makeup wedge, just little makeup wedges, but you want to make sure they're dry. They have to be dry. If your makeup wedge is like you use it, then you clean it out and wash it, then it's damp. A damp sponge is going to transfer water up under the stencil. So you want to make sure it's dry, okay? Very, very dry. Sometimes I use this in, sometimes it doesn't matter, just as long as it's dry. All right, so now I'm going to kind of go in here and just find, let's start at the top. So I'm going to, and you may not be able to see it very well because it's gold till I tilt it, till I kind of tilt it on its side so you can see the shine. See, like that. See the shine when I tilt it? And you can match up your patterns if you want. I don't really do that. I just kind of find the area that I like and just kind of do that. And in here. See? A little bit in the ditch there. It's a little trickier. And I'll hold the whole thing up so you can see the pattern. Then I'll probably add some other little color dots or something. Go along the bottom there. Let's do some up here at the top. And I know I'm terrible. I don't clean my stencils. Because when the acrylic paint dries, it's like, it doesn't come off again. So I don't clean them, so don't email me. Okay, so now I think I've gone everything to the edge. So I'm going to do this, but I think, let me pour out just a little bit more. I think I'm going to go ahead and edge this in gold. So I usually do that with my finger. So I'm just going to take my finger here and run the gold paint along the edge. And I will have to turn the book because I want to go straight across, and I can't do that like on the side here. So I try not to have to turn the pages, turn the book and stuff. But in this case, I do have to kind of get to the edge here. So, have any questions or anything? I'm not seeing anything in caps. Oh, thanks, Devin. Said gorgeous. Thank you, Devin. I'm going to add some more touches to it in a minute. But it's just fun and chill. And again, if you like to write journal, or you like to make pages that have a, some kind of title or quote or something, you can always do that on this just by doing a separate piece of paper. I'm gonna look through my stickers and some of the collage stuff, see what else we can add to it, just to show you a variety. So let's go ahead and maybe I might want to. Do I want a pencil? Maybe I'll do some pencil around the girls, give them a glow, just because then I can show you pencil on the paint. So let's go ahead and do this. Now I'm going to dry this. All right, so I got gold all the way around the edge. Let's put a little more right there. Oops, a little bit more right there, maybe. I think I need to trim a little bit of the napkin is still kind of raggedy right there. All right, so now let me get another baby wipe. Go through a lot of baby wipes. All right, let's see. Oh, Tina's internet went out halfway through here, so I want to. Oh my gosh. Oh, Tina, I'm sorry your internet went out. Oh, I don't know if they're having rain down there. Janet, you're so funny. Oh, thank you so much, Sherry. That's nice. Yeah, we've just done so many of them. I'm going to ignore Janet, but Julie's not going to ignore you, Janet. I'm just saying. Julie's not going to ignore you. All right, let's dry this. And that is thick. The gold paint's thick, so it's going to take it a minute to dry. And if y'all came in late and missed my little book haul at the beginning, that someone sent some awesome books to me, but they want to remain anonymous. It's also the person that sent us the napkins. You can see some awesome books at the beginning of the show. All right, let's see. Thank you, Kathy Berg. Yeah. Yeah, watch out for Janet's ruler. Oh, for sure, Lady Jan. Okay, so it's still not quite dry in every spot around here, but I'm going to go ahead. Now, remember what I told y'all about using color pencil or paint, drawing on top of the napkins? You're going to have a texture. So that's okay if you want texture. So I'm going to get my white pencil here. I have one. I think I have one. Here's one right here. So I'm going to get my white pencil, which is it's going to pick up the texture of the napkin. But what I want to do is kind of put a little bit. Let me zoom in a little more while I do this. It's going to pick up the texture of the napkin. So it'll be textury, but that's okay in this case because I just kind of want to give them a glow. So I'm just going to kind of go around. See, the gold paint's not completely dry here. I just want to kind of give them a kind of like a little bit of a glow. So I'm just going to kind of go around them, and it'll pick up the napkin texture. And that's fine if you want the napkin texture. But like I said, like for instance, if I wanted to color on her face, there's a little bit of white, like where what do you call it? The napkin kind of thinned out right there. So let's just say I want to do a little bit of maybe a goldy color. Not quite a sienna. Kind of a sienna, but maybe not. I can go in here and kind of fix her face and darken it, but that texture is being picked up. The napkin texture is being picked up, but I want to kind of fix a couple of those spots where the napkin thinned out when I glued it down. So you just have to be aware you're going to pick up the napkin texture when you do this. Okay. That's why most of the time if you have a color book page or an image that you want to color it off of this is a napkin, so it's a little different. But if you have like the color book pages I showed you in the other napkin journal, you want to color them separately and then glue them down. Okay, so let's go back to the white here. I'm just kind of smoothing out the edges where we kind of glue them down and give them a glow all at the same time. Just thought that might look good. So I hope y'all have had a good weekend and going to have a good week. If you got any plans, I know people still have summer plans going on. So just kind of like that, just kind of a little bit of a little bit of a glow. I don't know if you can see the difference between that and that. It just gives it a little oomph. But I'm going to add some other stuff too here in a minute. So this gold is still not quite dry. I think I'm going to add some of that teal color. I'm going to get out a Posca and add some dots. Because it's got the nice gold stenciling now as part of the background. And I'll hold it up and tilt it so you can see the gold real shiny. Let's see. Don't see. Oh, Lady Jen says the E's in Dee Dee's name sound like enabler. Shh. Shh, Jan. All right. So let's just kind of. But you can just add so much stuff and so many layers to an art journal page. I don't add near as many layers as possible. That is possible to add. Okay. All right, let me kind of hold it up so you can see some of the gold. See the gold edge and the gold stencil. All right, so now I think I want to, let's see, what color is my teal Posca? It's kind of more blue. It's more baby blue than it is this tealy color. So I think what I'm going to do is I'll do it with acrylic paint. This one, this one. I think that's pretty much the same. Let's see. What's this one? That's too, well, maybe not. Maybe a combination of both of them. I like the dark one, but the light one really matches better with those flowers. So I think I'll go with that. Okay, so what I'm going to do, shake it up. Always make sure and shake up your, is this another new one? Cut that plastic off. And I'll just use out of the some more of that plastic. I'll just use it out of the cap here. Hi, hello, View. Who else? Did I say hi to Abigail? Teresa Meckling, welcome. And there's Brenda D. I said hi to Sherry. All right, so I think I'm just going to use the back end of my brush here. And I'm just going to add dots. I'm just going to add dots to the whole thing. Right over the top of the gold, right on the top of everything. And just give it more pattern. Okay, I need to add just a little bit more to the cap. There we go. I don't know if you can tell that it's that light teal, but when I hold it up, you'll be able to see it better. I have to get some more in the cap. Oh, thanks, Jane. Jane said she's been working in her napkin journal over the weekend. It's just fun to do. And whether it has a title, a quote unquote purpose, or any meaning or anything like that, just doing it is in and of itself worth it. Just the process, doing the process, whether it means something to you or anybody else, if you like the way it's pretty and you just like the way it looks, then that's all that matters. You can put quotes and titles and verse and poems, and you could write whatever you want, but I would recommend writing it on a separate piece of paper and then attaching it to the page, because again, this texture napkin is not the easiest to write on. Okay, let's see. Do I have enough? Maybe one there, maybe one there, one up there, one there. Just wherever you think it needs one. I just went right over the top of everything. Well, except the girls. Something like that. All right, so let's see here. Let's try this. Oh, thanks, View. You can do it. It's not that hard. I show you all step by step. I don't keep any secrets. I show you all everything I do. Yeah, there you go, Jane. She intends to keep the napkin journal for herself. Yes. Thanks, Riri. Again, you want to make sure your paint's really dry before you close it. And if you're not sure, put a piece of wax paper between it till the next time you come back to it. That'll ensure that you don't stick your pages together. Especially this gold that's kind of thick on the edges. You know, I'll put a piece of wax paper just to make sure. Okay, so here we go. You can see the gold, you can see the teal. All right, so let's see if we can add a couple little extra. Now I'm going to go ahead and put this sponge in the water so it doesn't get hard. But if I go to do another page, I'm going to use a different sponge that's dry, because you don't want to use a damp sponge or it'll seep under the stencil. All right, so let's see here. Let's move these napkins, these to the side so I don't get them wet. Let's move on. Okay. Wax paper, my stencils. There we go. All right, let's see. I'll have this little piece of wax paper I'll put in here when I go to the next page. All right, let's see. Let's find maybe some Tim Holtz something, or some butterflies. Let's see. Here's some stickers here with butterflies. Some of my Trisha Green butterflies. Let's see what we got here. So I'm just going to back this up, and let's just put out some butterfly stickers here. Let's pick. Let's go through this and see what we can find or to use. Okay, Jane. All right. Be looking for your napkins, Jane. Oh, thanks, Devin. Thanks, guys. I hope y'all are enjoying getting some creativity, get some juices flowing. Okay, so something like this now, y'all know if I use any kind of a sticker or a cutout that has any kind of white edge, I remove that. Or in this case, if I wanted to, maybe I could get a gold pen and cover the white up with a gold pen, because I'm not going to want that white, like that. But if it's gold, that may be a different story. So same thing for any of these planets or the cat or anything like that. If it has a white edge, I'll want to either, in this case, do gold around it, just because we've already added the gold there already. All right, let's see. Then there's all kinds of things like little mushrooms. This won't really show up because it's the same color. But I'm just kind of digging through here. There's a little camera, some feathers. What else is in here? There's a little Mona Lisa sticker. Just some planets and tinier butterflies. Now these are clear, and so I wouldn't have to worry about the edges. But also they're shiny. So you might want to think about, if you add a shiny sticker, if you're not going to varnish this or add a gloss to it, which I'm not, and you don't want it to be shiny, then go over this with matte medium to make it matte, right? So if I use I do like that one. Let's see if I got a couple, maybe one or two more like this, like that. That'll show up over the red. Let's see. Here's a blue one. Is that going to show up? I think those two will show up. Maybe let's find maybe one more. But I don't have to paint out. Okay, here's another one. Maybe that one can go up there. Let's see. These would have to be painted out. Let's see if there's mushrooms and all kinds of things. There's a dragonfly. Will that show up? I think it might. Okay, I think I got 4 there. So let's go ahead and use these. So what I'm going to do move this out of the way, is they are stickers, but sometimes stickers aren't going to stick to a texture, right? So it's probably best to glue it down either with a, tacky glue, or in this case, I just have some matte medium sitting here still. So I'm going to move this up. Let's move there's a mushroom. I want these butterflies. Okay. All right. So I've got maybe that, I want this dragonfly to show up. So it needs to be on some of the darker. Okay. Something like that. Just see the butterflies right there. I'll just put it kind of right over her hand. Like right there. And then this one kind of right here. All right, so you can kind of see that. Or maybe this one needs to come over here, because then there'll be the different one on this side, like that. All right, so what I am going to do is peel the sticker, and these are a little tricky. You got to kind of fold them and kind of get your nail on them and kind of peel them a little bit, because they're kind of hard to see. But I don't trust the sticker entirely. Okay, so I'm going to pull the sticker off. I'm going to put a little matte medium down. Then I'm going to put the sticker down, and I'm going to go over the top of the matte medium, which will make the sticker not shiny. Okay. Okay, where I peeled it up, I need to put a little extra right there. All right, let's see. This is gold pretty against the red. Thanks, and welcome back, Tina. Janet said your internet went out. Janet was going to be bad. Janet was going to be bad while you were gone. Now, you don't want to take a heat gun to this plastic sticker, because it'll curl. You're going to curl it up. So that's going to have to dry on its own, but I'll just put a piece of wax paper here. All right, so let's see. Let's try to curl it going down so I don't have to worry about it sticking up there. They are a little hard to get started, because they're hard to see. These clear ones are a little hard to see. Okay. Now I'm going to put a little bit of matte medium. I'm going to put the sticker, and then I'll put some matte medium over the top. It just takes the shine off the sticker. Yeah, that's our So you're going to see the matte medium. It dries clear, but I can't hit it with the heat gun, because I don't want to wrinkle these plastic stickers, which it could do. So let's get that peeled there. Put a little matte medium. All right, and then the last one, I got these little dragonfly. Hey, Artology, how you doing? Good to see you, Deb. All right, let's peel this off. Last one here. We'll have time to do at least one more. We'll do the dragonfly page, maybe. All right, now let's put some matte medium, the dragonfly, and then some matte medium over the top. Okay. All right. So again, it looks a little milky until it dries, but I don't trust the heat gun on those plastic butterflies. So there we go. Kind of subtle there. What do y'all think? Isn't that pretty? And then again, if you have a word fetty or a quote or a Timmy word fetty, where's my word fetty? Do I have it handy? I had some out the other day. What do I do with it? I'm looking, see what I put it. One of his sticker quote books. Trying to think of where I put it, though. But it could be out of a magazine, just a quote. if I can get this back. Knocked over a bunch of stuff here. There we go. I might have put it, no, I didn't have it in a sleeve. Ah, here we go. I knew I saw it somewhere. Some of the quote books. And I didn't have one of the ticket ones. So, the Tim Holtz, these kind of things that we've had forever that we hardly ever use. If you want to put, a ticket, wish, soar, dream. These are a little vintagey for what's going on here. But maybe, so I like this one. Surround yourself with tacos, not negativity. But anyway, you get the idea. Some of the I'm reading them. Some of these remind me of Janet. They're snarky. Sorry I'm late, but I didn't want to come. I'm not arguing. I'm explaining why I'm right. Today was going to be great until ... people. It's like a tapestry, Diane. Yeah. So anyway, but Tim Holtz has, these are the ideology. What's this one called? Snarky. Well, go figure. This one's called Snarky. Janet. I know. I need to send you some of these, Janet. I'll have to put some of these in your with your napkin. Oh my gosh. I'm going to tear a couple of these pages out, Janet, and send them to you. Here, this one goes for Janet. In my defense, I was left unsupervised. See what happens, Tina, when you leave? I meant to behave, but there were too many other options. All right, I got to send a sheet of these to Janet with her napkins. It's up here. Okay. All right, let me see some other ones. Well, maybe I don't really want snarky on this page though. So let's see what else we got. This one's just called Chit Chat. Okay. Oh, these just have little words. So you could do little words, or you could do a word bubble over them, or each one could be saying something. Let's see what we could have them saying. Let's see. I like adventure, voyage, travel, discover. Let's just do adventure and discover. Okay, so I got adventure and discover, but what I'd want to do is I want to be able to do gold around them. Let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and put one word above each one. One word here, one word here. Just to show you can do it, show you some other options. Go adventure, discover. Now, I don't want to do it right now because there's wet glue and stuff around it, but I'd want to outline those with a gold gel pen, go around them with a gold gel pen. So, all right, there we go. I'm going to call this one done. All right, but I'm going to put some wax paper because not everything's completely dry and I don't want to glue the pages together. All right, so we got that one done. Now let's go over to these dragonflies. Now you see, look, here's where I didn't trim. I didn't trim these raggedy edges. Where's my scissors? I didn't trim it. And so a little bit of it kind of bled over to the other side, a little bit of the red, which doesn't really matter because I'm going to paint over it, but I'm going to trim off some of those raggedy edges that I should have trimmed off before I started all the painting. So some of it kind of bled over on the edge, but I'm going to paint over it anyway. All right, so let's see. Sip of juice. Have time to maybe do a simple page here. All right, move the word Fetty and the stuff over here. Let's see what I want to paint and stencil. All right, I am going to need to put some wax paper back, though. So when we paint, we're not gluing the pages shut. So I'll put this piece of wax paper in there after we're done. Okay. All right. Are we too zoomed in? Let's zoom back out one. It's a little close. That's pretty good there. Janet is marketing snarky. What is marketing snarky underwear? I don't doubt it. Hi, Gabrielle. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. And anybody else I missed. Guys, I go back later and I scrub through the chat to see new people. If to try to follow new people, as long as you got content. If you're just on YouTube and have no content, then I don't follow you on YouTube. I'll follow you on Instagram or, other places that you might have art or have something posted. So, let me put this back up here. I need it to stand up. But if you're on YouTube and you don't have any content, then I probably won't follow you. But I do go back and I go through the chat. I might need that color. I do scrub through the chat to try to see. And some of the funniest things y'all say. Rachel, I mean, you say so many funny things. It just makes me laugh when I go back and read it. So y'all are a hoot. I'm just saying. I do see it, but I just don't see it all while I'm doing this because, I can't. Well, that was too light. I need a darker teal. It's, I just don't see it all while we're live. Okay, so this is the teal. I need that. I'm going to need this and some white and then maybe a little bit of gold or yellow. All right, so let's go ahead and put some of this color out and maybe some black. Maybe a little black, a little green. Maybe this could have a little bit of stars in it because y'all know I like my space. I like my outer space, I should say. Not I like my space, but I do. I like my space too. All right, so let's get that, a little bit of black. And again, I bought a new small black, so I've been using the big giant Mama Jamba bottle because I ran out of these little bottles. So I think it was a week before last when these were on sale. I bought a few that I was low on. Come on. I didn't cut that. There we go. All right. Okay, so let's kind of make a quick one here. Let's put a little bit of black. Don't know that I'll need any more matte medium, but let's see. All right, let's go ahead and get this brush here. But anyway, some of y'all are so funny that I don't see it during the chat. And I go, oh my gosh, I wish I could have laughed at that during the chat, but I don't see everything. So I'm going to blend this in really nice with the baby white, but I got to get it based, get it based on here. So let's go all the way around. You can get Dee Dee. We all know how. Oh my gosh. Go all the way around the edge here. Don't be afraid to cover things up. Parts of the napkin or anything. Don't be afraid to get on top of it all here. All right, so now I got a nice wet edge all the way around. Now I'm going to take a baby wipe here and start doing some blending. If it gets too much, then I'll, come back in. Just got to keep moving the baby wipe around so that it blends soft. Because that's one of the nice things about the matte medium is you can move it. You can move the paint underneath. See how that makes it look it looks like a big butterfly. I didn't intend to do that, but now I want to kind of roll with that. Okay, I need some more paint here in the ditch. Kind of has a butterfly shape. Need a little bit more black on napkin there. Alrighty, that's kind of cool. All right, so now let's kind of fill in some of these areas. All right, I think instead of stencil, I'm going to use my stars, my bucket of stars. I think it just needs it because I don't want to, if I start stenciling that, I'm going to lose that butterfly shape. So let's just get some white paint. Let's just do a little stars around here. A little bit of white paint, a little bit of water, a fluffy brush, and a little bit more water. Then tap it. Oh, you have to really tap it quite a bit because otherwise you're just going to have big blobs. I don't want to do it over the piece because it'll. Okay, so there we go. Alrighty. Just do a quick one here. I'm going to go have salad. I'm going to make a salad for lunch. We ate so much over the weekend with the relatives, and you know how that is. It's like picnic everywhere you go. So I'm ready for a salad. All right, let's dry this. Hey, Joan. I know I'm missing it. Mary. Hi, Mary. I'm going to move these papers now. I think I want some like these yellow centers that I might put some yellow dots around. Like it could be yellow, like planets or something, because that yellow needs to be brought out. Hi, Mary. Thanks for stopping in. Okay, so real quick, let me get a yellow Posca. Let's see if this one's primed here. Let's see how. Put some yellow in. The edges here. Just to kind of go along with those yellow flower centers that the dragonflies are on. Make a few different sizes here. Then I'll flip through the book real quick to show you what we've done so far in this book. But you want to make sure it's dry. Oh, hang on. Let me see something. Looks like Jan messaged me something. Found this for your references. Oh, nice. I like that. That's pretty. Lady True North Jan sent me this. For your references. I like it. I'm going to take a screenie. Take a picture of that. Thanks, Jan. I'm gonna have to, like I said, one of these days soon, I'll have to bring out the Cadfael book again. I know not everybody's seen it. When Jan went to the UK and visited Cadfael's Abbey, it was awesome. She brought me back all kinds of stuff, and she made this most amazing book. She said, I think she said the other day, I think it was at Janet, she said it took her 3 months. Did it take you 3 months to make that book, Jan? Am I right? Or did I misspeak? Am I misspeaking? Okay, I kind of like that as just like that. Okay, let's dry it. $3 months? Yeah. It's an amazing book. I like to bring it out every now and then. So this pasta, I need to make sure it's dry. If I close it now, it'll transfer over, right? So I'm going to get that dry. And I'll still put some wax paper between the pages that I've done. All right, let's pick up some of these baby wipes. Put this brush in the water. Let's put this brush back in the glue water since I'm done with that. All right, let's make a little space. All right. Okay. There we go. All right, so I'll make sure that I have a wax paper here and a wax paper here. So this is the one we just finished, if y'all missed it. All right, so now let me just kind of do a quick flip through the book. I don't know why I care about it. It's going to get messed up. All right, so pick up these pencils. We'll do a quick flip before we go. And I think I had one or two people post. Oh, I kind of want to get back to posting the Society of Idea Collector weekly idea. I kind of want to get back to posting that on Wednesday. I had to skip that one Wednesday, so we got behind 1 week. So I think I'll wait till Wednesday to do the Society of Idea weekly idea because that's when we were doing them all the time. And but I did see somebody post something new on Instagram on the Society of Idea Collectors. So if you look under hashtag Society of Idea Collectors, all one word, when I give a weekly idea, I used to call it homework. When I give a weekly idea, this is where you want to post it. So I love this Mitz Z. I don't know if she's still here. But anyway, last week's idea was to either take a lost civilization or an old civilization and use some of their art somehow in a piece that you make. So Mitzi did this with the Easter Island statues. Look at this. So she made this in an art journal. So look at that background. It looks like either collage. It almost kind of looks like torn tissue papers, those kind that you can get wet and they'll turn into watercolor. I'm not sure if that's what she used. But anyway, that's awesome, Mitzi. So if y'all go over to hashtag Society of Idea Collectors, all one word, and look under recent, you can look under all, but if you look under recent, you'll see the most, it'll put it in date order for you. It's torn. There she is. It's torn pages. Okay. I love that, Mitzi. That was so, it just looked like, sky and watery and clouds. And I liked it so much. So thanks for sharing. Thanks for doing the project. So, And then Abigail, I might have showed some of these I showed last week. Abigail did this one with some Aboriginal art. And so she made this one. So Abigail did that one. So y'all just do awesome. I think this was a good challenge. I hope more people will do it. Kathleen D did this one with she was inspired by ancient Chinese art and did like a printing with the leaves. You know, you see that right there, the printing with the leaves. So just go over there and read the descriptions of them and see what everybody's done. That challenge to me was really fun. I think, you know, if more people tried it, they'd really like using, you know, lost civilizations and the old art, you know, the cave paintings or, you know, American Indian or the, you know, it's just so many different kind of cultures. You know, the Olmec, I did a whole bunch of the big Olmec, the big round stone heads of the Olmec. I did a ton of stuff with the Olmecs. I was like those big carved heads. I say like showing you like this. They're like as big as this room. I mean, those big stone Olmec heads. Darlene. Oh, Darlene, did you have? Okay, let me look. One of the cultures, Darlene? I see your cats, Darlene. I don't see. I don't see a. I see. I somehow you posted your Catterday. Am I missing it? Oh, here we go. Okay, I see it now. Wait a minute. Let's see. A sketch with a bit of watercolor. Um, I'm not. Is this the one you're talking about? It's like a church or an abbey. Is this what you mean? I'm not sure if this is the one you mean. Is that it, Darlene? Bye, Vonnie. Thanks again, Vonnie, for the color book pages. I'm going to send those out to people. Is this the one you mean, Darlene? I don't know what the dog. Oh, okay, the dog. Oh, okay. Let's see what. Oh, the Egyptian one? Ancient Egypt. Okay, so she did Ramses. Is this the one? Ancient Egypt. She has all the notes around it. I'm not sure if that's what you mean. Well, y'all go over to Society of Idea Collectors and read all the hashtags. Okay. All right. Yeah, the ancient Egypt. Yeah. So if you just find a culture and adds, you know, do something with their art, their statues, their, you know, whatever, just however you're going to be inspired. Okay, darling, thanks. Whatever you're inspired by, you can really get inspired. And okay, let me show you real quick here. I'm going to flip through. Most of these pages that are finished are done with the rice papers from Stamperia that I got from Zandra. See here, this is some paper. This is a collage piece. This is something cut out of a magazine. And now I'll stencil and you can put other things here, but it's so really easy, guys, to have some paper, some stencils, just some craft paint, and play with napkins or, you know, anything really. You know, it's just to have some fun. Just to have some fun. Wrapping papers, napkins. This is one of the Stamperia papers, and then we added the butterflies and the dots and the paint and the stenciling. So they're just in different stages, right? Some are just started being glued down. Some have the paint, nothing else yet. So, but it's just fun to have a journal that you can just go to when you don't know what to do, you don't feel inspired. You can just pull this, you know, a journal like this out and just pick a page to play on. It doesn't have to be it doesn't have to mean anything necessarily. Like my collages have meaning. My posters and things like that, they have like imagery and meaning that means something to me, but not everything has to have a story behind it. You can just have something playful and pretty and play with your papers and play with the napkins, throw on a quote or a text or a a word fetty, like this was out of a magazine, Create, Dream, Make. And I just like the way it looks. I like the colors. I like the stencil. I like the images. So it doesn't have to, doesn't have to have a deep meaning just to have some fun in your art journals, right? So I just started by going through and gluing a bunch of the papers down. And then I'm going to get up back here. There's more napkins. All right, so here, like there's a napkin. Here's started using some of the napkins toward the back here. And then again, this is what we did today. This one. And I'm going to leave these wax papers in here until the next time I open the book. So, because I know this is not 100% dry. And they'll stick together. This one. Actually, this needs, you know what this needs? This needs some giant antenna coming out here. Let me get it going here. I think I need a thicker one. I need a thicker Posca. This is one of my thin ones. Oops, I'll get it a little too thick. Something like that. Maybe a little pencil glow around the edges of the antenna there. Okay, so, and then this is the other one. See, look, it didn't quite let it dry. You got to make sure that's dry or you'll glue them together. So this one we haven't done anything with either. And then I've got a few more napkin pages back here. This one. And then some, this is another one of the Stamperia papers. I'm pretty sure it's Stamperia. I got them from Zandra's shop again. Uh-oh, got that gold. Look, I gold painted that edge and it wasn't dry. You got to be careful when you add that thick gold paint or any thick paint around the edges. So I think that's it. Oh, there's a couple more. And then here's my Leonardo page at the back cover. So, yeah. All right, guys, let me back out and whoops. Let's see, what did I do? I went to full screen accidentally. I wanted to back out and went to full screen. I don't know if y'all saw it go to full screen, but there we go. So, all right, guys, if you have any questions or comments, make sure and leave it in the comment section after this video is rendered on YouTube. That's what I always struggle with. Does all my art have to have meaning? Nope, it doesn't, Jane. It can just be something pretty. You can just have a book of pretty, just have the whole book. Doesn't have to mean anything but pretty, or it can be abandoned. It could be relics or rusty or vintage. It could just be a whole book of whatever you like. Thanks, Devin. Thanks, Tina, and thank you, mods. And again, Pacola had an appointment this morning, so she couldn't be here. But remember to keep Barb Owen in your prayer. Keep my mom in your prayers, and anybody else that y'all know that needs prayer and good wishes and good thoughts and encouragement. All right. I do commissions, Lucia, but I'm taking a break from commissions for the summer. I do portraits. Go on my Instagram, go under Dee Dee Willingham or Inkywell, INKIWELL, and you'll see years of art, portraits, everything. You'll see years of art there. So don't forget that Janet comes on in about an hour and 10 minutes. and she'll talk about her faux postage stamp swap and whatever else she's going to do today. And I'm sure she's going to be snarky. Thank you, Tina. Thanks, guys. And hi again, Joan. Joan is, yeah, thanks, Joan. Okay, guys. We'll see you on Wednesday then. Bye bye.